Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We're back.
Sorry.
We have a link tree. First off and foremost, you can find all of our links. That's Twitch, YouTube, Patreon. I think there's a link to my DMs Guild stuff. I'm not sure. And also a link to our Tiltify who raise money for Color of Change. So you can check that out. It's a really great charity if you want to support it. Support it. They do a lot of good stuff for people of color. Codex Legendarium was back last Sunday, and stuff happened. So
Oh, yeah.
watch that. So the VOD's up on YouTube now. So check it out if you can.
We'll be back this Sunday too.
That's right.
Oh, sorry.
In a month. So here's something that kind of was wild to me. In a little under a month, this current campaign we're playing in has been going on for a year. In a little under a month, April 7th.
We on wow. We on episode. Are we almost on episode Are we in the 40s?
Yeah, we're on 40. This is 42.
Dang, nice.
So that's that. Fun fact. This has been a year already. So woo. A year of fun little side quests. Kate, anything for you?
I have two Etsy shops. One of them is fun crochet things. Like you can get a dice bag like this to hold all of your dice. This holds my entire dice collection at the moment, although it won't for much longer.
It's like a delicious Oreo.
Yeah, this bag is
sandwiched between like strawberry frosting.
Yeah, this bag is actually for sale on my shop. You can get this exact bag on my shop if you would like. I call it the Neapolitan bag.
Yeah, lit.
Like the ice cream.
Like the ice cream, because it's the ice cream colors. And then also, if you like D&D, which obviously do because you're watching this, you can check out my sticker shop, Bad Dice Co., where I make D&D themed stickers and other fun stickers that you can put anywhere like your computer or your hydro flask or, just random shelving. Because why not? Stickers are fun. You can check me out, at etsy.com/shop/KateCraftStudioUS or etsy.com/shop/BadDiceCo. Back to you, Justin.
Alrighty. So, last we left off, you all were investigating a house for the High King. I had a meeting with the High King, and he's like, hey, if you guys want to, investigate this house for me, I can give it to you. And, gave him evidence on the conspiracy at Highgate Prison. He was like, holy fuck, okay, I didn't know about this. Go investigate the warden's house to see if you can find more evidence. The party found more evidence in the form of a creepy, weird, dungeon-esque wizard thing study connected to the wine cellar, in which was a teleportation circle nestled atop a slab of obsidian, and a chest full of vials and a note of the a map of the High King's kind of keeps layout, with a lot of notes regarding the secret tunnels, and that the king's cousin was going to do some assassinating. The party immediately made for the king's castle thing, the Adamantine Keep, and told the king, hey, someone's going to try to assassinate you, thus beginning a conflict with the king's cousin. The party subdued the king's cousin. And when the king arrived, the king killed his own cousin. Because the party found out that the king's cousin took part, along with the warden, in killing the king's son about 5 years prior. So, fuck that guy, because that guy wanted the throne. Anyways, that happened. The king thanked the party, promised them a feast in their honor the following night, and the town was theirs to basically buy stuff, go shopping if they need to, and also gave the party coupons to get high-end clothing for a masquerade ball / feast tomorrow evening at a store called Kent's. The party decided to go continue their investigation at the house because there was more to look at, and found a book in the same room where they found the notes. And the book basically was a huge history book, essentially, on the creation of the moon, which is actually the first world that the gods tried to create. Well, not the gods, but the first beings of the world tried making for their physical bodies. And they created a sort of creature before they created everything else. And that creature would kind of absorb the corpses of this society when they died, and got their memories as well, and learned that it was just an experiment, and it was pissed off, so it decided to start just consuming everybody. So the ancient people, the Cathatoon people, sealed it away inside this old world in a time loop of sorts of endless destruction and rebirth. And then these people created the world that everybody is from now, and made everybody believe that this world up in this other world up in the sky is the moon, called Sheodan. But Sheodan is the name of the entity sealed inside the moon, and the old world's name was Tyne. Yeah, discovered this huge book, learned that Ven's god, Armathan, was the sole creator of Sheodan, and that's basically where y'all are picking up. I haven't just found this book.
So, okay, I'm trying to keep the lore straight here. Going back now.
I also posted the entire entry in the Discord.
Yes, I'm connecting some dots here.
Okay.
Because previously, it was that the Cathatoon created the gods, right?
The Cathatoon became the gods.
Oh, became okay. I thought at some point we heard that they made the gods. I didn't know if we had didn't know if we had made the leap to just they were the gods.
Yeah, no. In the book you found in the Stasis City, it said that they became the gods.
A
select few of them became. 2 of them became gods.
Only 2 of them.
Armathan, the god of life and rebirth, and then Mortranius, the god of death, were the only 2 that became gods.
Okay, so then the rest of the gods are
created by
creations
them.
of what?
Yeah, they're created by them. Yeah.
Okay. Are they like other beings that were do we know if they were like other beings that were empowered by them, or if they were just like created out of nothing?
Created out of nothing.
Ooh, sweet.
Where does Bahamut fit into this? Do we
yes.
know? Or is it
in the thing you guys found in the Stasis City, it said that they created the first dragons as well. So they created Bahamut and Tiamat as the first dragons. That was found in the Stasis City like sessions ago.
Yes, and I remember that. Yeah, they talked about there was lines like, "Oh, we created them." They did go on about their creating both of those dragons. Yeah, one we were proud of. One had 5 heads.
Yeah,
one was awesome.
Yeah, one was 5 heads, born with 5 heads. The other was
a multi-headed trash dragon. Yeah, I broke it down. I get it.
Yeah, they made the dragons. They made the rest of the gods. They made people. They made the weave.
Yes, where all magic comes from. Where it's kind of adjacent to. Or the source of magic.
So that's what we're picking up in the basement with the book. And Ven was the one reading it because Ven had to do comprehend languages on it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sorry, now I wanna Ocarina of Time like. Okay, like get back to whatever we were doing. Stretch out.
Standing in the basement, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ven.
You
seem pretty intent on what you're reading.
Oh, he read it. He read all that out loud.
Yeah. I guess we're just what I was establishing was more like, divulge that type of thing, and it's just like, this seems, is this good or bad?
I don't know if it's either. It certainly explains some things. A lot of things.
Dax gives Ven a big hug.
hello.
That's what I was told. So, yep.
Oh,
There you go. Big hug.
All
That
right.
that is one thing about history. It does not have to be good or bad. It is simply history. So I suppose that yes, Ven is very correct in his expression of not knowing whether it is good or bad. It simply is.
Actually, no, this is bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the book is engraved with the symbol of Shiadan. It also
Yeah.
contains the tenets of Shiadan, which were consume
Yes.
and devotion.
Oh, that is okay. That is. I was half listening. Hold on.
Oh, you're fine.
It also mentioned they
Yes.
sealed their capital city away behind a stasis under Ulmur Fen, and
Yes.
when doing that, they sealed it also sealed their entire civilization away.
So the thing about this that is concerning to me is that we've been looking for a way to fight the moon, but the Cathatun themselves just locked it away in a loop of rebirth as a temporary solution, which is now failing.
Because the book also mentioned they were unable to destroy something that had
Yes.
their own consciousness kind of tied to it.
Oh, but are mortals different enough from the Cathatun to not be? Okay, that's the question then. Okay, so maybe, but we're back to the maybe.
Yes, this is it. Okay, so I was first on the side of, oh, well, that is the past, and that is just a fact that we've run into, and now it is bad, nasty fact that we have to confront and face. And now, one more time, I have come to a thing that we said earlier. There were things that we had said that, how can we, as mere mortals, try to fight the moon? And again, we have come to a.
Well, maybe
Yes.
if we do something so stupid it doesn't think about, we'll be able to throw it off its rhythm.
Well, if I may cut in, that does seem quite interesting. But we've seen them. There are more powerful people in this world than us.
Yes, this also seems like a book that. Do we have a beat on Herboon? Is there this I feel like we should really, how do you say, we should alley-oop Herboon, or we should loop him in and try and find him. He's
You had the dwarf wizard last session do a scrying spell on Ogden Boone, and he mentioned
that we couldn't follow
Yeah.
him, or that it was we kind of got a vague location, but then it
you got Ulmur
wasn't
Fen,
able- Yeah.
I believe,
Mhm.
and then
We could-
nothing
Yes,
past
so
that.
so it seems, and we just found out from this that the city under Elmore, we knew there was a city there. We just found out that the city in question is the capital.
Mm-hmm.
Of the Cathatun Society, yeah.
Yeah, so that is an even more important city, is where he's likely is. But if it's a more effective stasis than the one we found where we met him, it may have actually trapped him.
So we go to this fen and find the boon, and we get multiple answers and multiple boons. Yes.
And then he can reimburse us for our travel expenses thus far.
So, Druck, did you just make a pun?
You see him crack a smile.
Maybe.
I'm proud of you.
Das ist gut. Das ist sehr gut. So, no, Kenna, what were you saying?
Once we find Mr. Boone, he can reimburse us for our travel expenses so far.
Have we all kept the receipts? Have you kept the receipts at all?
Have we had travel expenses since the last time we saw him?
Yeah, to get to the prison.
Just to get to the prison,
Oh, that's
that
right.
we also did not use the entire.
Which I don't remember
Run.
the expenses, so.
Yeah. No, I didn't keep the receipts. Did any of you?
You know, I think no, I did not.
I don't want to do
know
that math again.
No, that I remember that we had paid approximately 3 times what we had needed, but it was a worthwhile expense to ensure that we could sneakily go on. Does anyone else think that we might have burned a bridge with that captain? Because he said do not exit, but maybe there's sort of a I don't see it, but if you do it without me knowing, it's okay. Blind eye to our.
I mean, I'm of the opinion of we'll cross that smoking bridge when we get to it.
Smoking bridge. Yes, I am comfortable with this analogy. So many smoking bridges in an undead city. You're familiar, Kenna. You've seen the smoking bridges. Where people go and smoke on the bridge.
Yeah.
So many smoking bridges. Yes,
We got a lot of clientele from those smoking bridges.
Yeah, no, and I had often avoided them because of my already tender lungs.
Yeah.
So, does anyone else think there's going to perhaps be traps or dangers inside of this mansion? Should we split up?
For the sake of time,
yes,
and the sake of the narrative, there is nothing else in the house that is harmful or bad. But in your continued investigation, you would find a brooch made from obsidian that resembles a spider. Set within the brooch is an amethyst worth 200 gold pieces, as well as an obsidian ring set with a black diamond, and the diamond is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh shit.
And that is the extent of what's left in the House of Interest. That is the extent of what's left of interest in the house.
Take note. Based on the map that you gave us earlier, and you've probably already explained this, but in the cellar, there's a big green portal thingy.
Yeah, that's the teleportation circle that I mentioned.
Okay. I figured. Just wanted to verify and make sure.
Yep.
Alright. Cool.
It takes like an
That's
hour
cool.
to. It would take like an hour to comb the rest of the house, and yeah, nothing else dangerous pops out. Detect magics can be used, and yeah, nothing else of danger or
brooch.
import pops out. Yeah, just a brooch and a diamond worth 1,000 gold.
Alright. But neither
Is
the
it-
brooch
does
nor
the
any of the
diamond
jewelry
worth
are magical.
1,000
Okay.
gold?
Yeah.
Alright, so we have a dinner party to go to. Yes.
I think
Yeah,
it's
tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow.
I think it's time we pick out our bunks.
What?
Bunks, this says we have exorcised the ghosts from this house, and we now are the lords and masters of this house. So we may claim bunks or study rooms to train in, or if you want a specific food storage room.
So there's 5 rooms and a master bedroom.
I was not sure. Did anybody else see if there's an ensuite with the master bedroom?
I mean, shouting down. Where am I? Where am I looking? I don't know what I'm looking at. There it is. If I can shout down from the balcony, up above everyone, I'll just say, it looks like it's got a few different sections.
The leftmost section of the master bedroom is like a vanity area with like perfumes and makeups and outfits. Center section, sleeping area. Right section is like a bathroom complete with chamber pot, sink.
Yeah.
It seems like if we happen to have any company, that would be the best place for them.
Yes, but also there is definitely an ensuite.
Yeah. I mean, we could rent it out since I don't anticipate us being up here very often.
Wait, so would you say we would be doing some type of bed and breakfast in this house while we're not living in it?
Yeah, I would say specifically
Or
maybe
rent it
if
out
we-
cheap to students of the academy.
Yes, and you know what students love? They love hanging out in like a main rumpus room, and they also love desserts. So I was thinking maybe we call it like an air D&D, like there's like a den and desserts. So they go and we could.
But what's
rent
the
out
air part
rooms.
for?
Air?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking
Why not
know,
just call it a D&D?
because air
Oh.
genasi are so hip right now, and if maybe
Oh,
we
you mean-
say like it's run by a air genasi.
Oh, I thought you meant like the draconic word. I thought you meant the draconic word ear, which sounds very similar, which means you all, and it's like you all a place for you all to come and stay.
That is
Ear
this is-
D&D.
This is another example of your audience making you a genius, where you have already said a much smarter, more beautiful thing than I could think. Yes, if we want to rent this room out, we could do it by room, or we could do groups. But yeah, tonight, let's party down and boogie.
It's about noon right now. You have a whole day ahead of you.
We should
We had
find
that
someone.
fight was in
yes.
the morning, was it not?
Guys,
Mhm.
we need to get freaking clothes
You also
for
need
this.
to get your clothes for the feast because
Yeah.
you can't go dressed like you are currently.
We'll get our close to our feast, and while we're out, we'll look for someone to run our D&D scheme.
I mean, we could start writing up flyers and post them around the Platinum and Adamantine districts, and maybe even the Gold district while we're there.
I think this is good. Can I ask you guys something that I was embarrassed to ask in front of a king?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What's wrong with what I have on? Do I look like some sort of ragamuffin?
Oh no! Oh, you're talking about the clothing thing.
Yeah, what is
Well,
wrong
I
with
mean, normally it's stuff
this? Is
that you-
literally the most sacred thing that I own.
Right. But
Quoin.
we've been
Did you-
traveling in it for quite some time, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's a little dirty, Coin.
There's also the fact. There's also the fact that it's the difference between work clothes and party clothes.
I'm just saying.
Maybe if
I-
you get like a nice doublet and you get like a little sigil or a symbol of Bahamut, like a little brooch with Bahamut on it.
This seems like. It seems like unnecessary vanity.
Yes, Quoin, I am with you. The sweat shows that you're a hard worker. The blood shows your devotion. And the other different colored blood shows your conviction.
I also appreciate that. Thank you for saying so. What I'm saying though is, I mean, give me once over. There's a, I could obviously stand to have these, be somewhat less stinky. But I do not understand why we have to. Why am I going head to toe full zhuzh?
Because
Yeah,
the feast
as
is
they
in our
say.
honor and we have to look nice.
That also think about it this way: given that this is a pre-industrial, whatever that means, non-capitalist society, we can actually feel pretty good about the fact that buying fancy clothes and spending a lot of money on them, which we have a lot of, actually does support local artisans
Our
and
clothes are
craftspeople.
free though. We have these coupons given to us by the
Well,
king.
yes, but the king is then paying for them.
That's
Either way,
true.
either way, money is going to people who deserve it for their hard
And we
labor.
get free food.
That too.
Man, you've spoken so eloquently. I did not possibly think about the artisans who would be crafting the clothing. I did not even. Oh, again, I sat there and I claimed vanity, and obviously, I was engaging in it myself. Oh, I could learn so much more every day. Oof, every day is a learning opportunity.
I don't think it's vain to want to look nice once in a while, Quoin. I think you can give yourself that. We have a lot of money. Honestly, we should. It'd be more responsible if we spent it a little bit more often. Otherwise, it's just kind of sitting with us.
The only good thing about
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you.
the only good thing about looking nice is that sometimes it makes you feel nice as well.
That is true.
All right. Can I express one more quick thing to you all? It's another thing I'm sort of embarrassed of.
All right. We're your friends.
These are literally the only clothes that I own.
Perhaps we should fix that.
You're
I-
about
I-
to double your wardrobe, Quoin.
I have not worn anything outside of these clothes for the last 5 years. This
Wait a
has
minute.
been-
We should really get you some new clothes then.
Yeah.
I just thought of something. Sorry.
It's not as if I'm going to get any bigger.
Well, no, but
mean,
you
like-
can switch them out. Like
Yeah.
I've been using prestidigitation to clean all of us, but like, still, I mean, like, give them a chance to breathe, and like we can wash them and just wear and tear and everything. Have you been patching them this whole time?
Yes,
Well,
a
I've been
little bit.
casting
I
mending
wasn't-
on them since we
Oh.
started.
Do we?
traveling.
Oh, that makes
Do
sense.
we know what time the clothing shop closes?
Oh, I suppose we could go today. Yeah, we could
Oh,
actually
yeah,
go.
let
and-
us,
Yeah.
let us get along.
Well, yeah,
and
maybe a
work on this.
good idea so they can fit us if they need to.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
let us walk and talk. Also,
And we all buy clothes and they look spectacular.
Oh, that's not how
Next
it's
thing.
going.
Oh,
no,
okay.
there's a whole
Oh,
thing.
We're having a whole montage.
No, I need,
All right,
I
well,
need to have fun
I
too.
thought we were
everyone.
scoot
Oh
booting.
no.
I thought
Okay.
you didn't like. I thought you didn't like shopping episodes.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh boy.
Hold on.
I made it fun.
No, I mean, like we can all agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
So,
Caleb got the
are you
gesture right
are you
and
spending
everything.
4 hours to walk to the gold district where all the shops are? Or are you doing the coach again?
We should get a coach.
Get a coach.
Okay, 1 copper each.
I will pay for the
Fine.
coaches this
Okay,
time.
5 copper.
Yes, I will. I'll jump on it. It is my turn to take it.
Okay.
Also, yes, my clothes are a little threadbare, but I'm also. You guys were talking about stinkiness. I'm kind of fond of that corn chip smell.
As you all get into this carriage,
Say coin trip.
there's a dwarf woman and her son sitting beside him. He's like maybe 4 years old, and he's just eating a big lollipop and staring at Quoin. And she turns to him, "Don't stare, it's rude." And he just keeps staring.
So
Can you breathe
Then-
fire?
no, I am not that kind of dragon.
Oh, I
No.
thought you were a kid like me.
Oh no, I am a full grown.
Do you eat your boogers too?
No, that is I've come to find that is nasty. But I will tell you this: if you do eat your boogers,
I do.
don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it. It's not like you're going to gain any weight. It's already part of you.
Looks up at his mom. See?
Is this not helping your small child grow and
She like,
develop
just
into
covers his ears.
Mm.
Okay.
Miss Bahamut.
But eventually, the coach arrives in the gold district, and this district of the city is packed full of numerous shops and stalls selling a variety of goods. In the middle of the district is a massive 3-story building surrounded by colorful gardens sustained by artificial sunlight, and numerous multi-tiered fountains projecting dazzling displays of colored water. A large number of people sit along benches reading from books near this building, with each of them wearing silver pins dedicated to a specific school of magic, and a sign set up in the largest garden which reads, "The Weavewright University."
Before we exit the stagecoach, Ven, was wasn't the gold district where you were supposed to put away your cloak?
Oh yes, thank you for reminding me, and I'll unclasp that and put it in the bag of
Fuck
holding.
yeah.
The walls and buildings.
I got this from a wizard I killed.
The walls and buildings of this district are lined with veins of glimmering gold that sparkle when they catch the light from those hanging lava lamps. Out of the other districts you've seen in the city, this one seems to be the most densely packed with people shopping and numerous high knights that patrol the area. A few buildings down from the university is a dome-shaped building with a massive telescope jutting out of the roof. A rounded sign sits above the telescope, and the words Abdil's Abode are scrolled across and shimmer with the colors related to each school of magic. Worth noting, this is a city inside a mountain, so the telescope is pointless. You can also make out another building, hewn from the very same shale as everything else. This building resembles a top hat with a pair of rounded doors at the base. A sign above the door reads Kent's. And the stagecoach lets you out.
If that's an X-ray telescope.
Thank
Can
you.
it see through our clothes?
No.
Maybe it is some sort of mineral telescope. It burrows its way.
Nah,
into
just
the
telescope. It
mountain.
doesn't work.
I
Decoration.
bet it can't see through beards.
Well, thank you so much for the ride, and may Bahamut bless your path.
May Joel stroke your beard. And the stagecoach just...
I stroke my beard.
Okay, yeah.
I toss him 3 more
Oh,
copper.
okay, cool.
So, because I mean, he's not gonna Rob Schneider us.
No, he just
No.
takes off. And the kid with the lollipop just like looks. The kid with the lollipop is like his face is pressed up against the window and he's still staring. As the coach just
Wait, so do we just ride share?
basically.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Okay.
We called an Uber pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the gold district now. You can see the clothing store
Yeah,
Kent's.
Airbnb and Uber.
You can see the clothing store Kent's. You can see what is probably a magic shop. You can see the Weavewright University and a bunch of just assorted shops and street stalls.
Can I run across the plaza and put up a rough listing for
As
our
you're
Airbnb?
as you're putting it up, one of the high knights walks over and goes, "What are you doing?"
We've recently come into some property that we were hoping to help the housing economy in the city by renting out for students.
Did you know the High King ensures that all of his people are given free housing?
I did not.
Oh, yes.
Man, this city's cool. All right.
Tell me more about the economic and social,
Yeah.
social safety nets of this city.
Let's find out.
I don't need to. It's a fantasy setting. I can say whatever happens and it's real.
Oh, perfect.
I know. I'm just curious about what they are.
Find out.
My good man, I was wondering.
Free housing for everyone.
Yes. Oh, I was going to wonder if that also extends to those who are visiting.
No.
Tourism. Oh, great. So there is a possibility that our sign could be extended to those who are visiting. They could look at this wall and they could go.
Yeah, that'll.
Oh.
Yeah, of course. But that seems like a lot of work for your dungeon master. So, that'll most likely be handled behind the scenes.
That is wunderbar. Thank you.
So I am gonna put the sign up.
And
Okay.
it will be something that we handle off screen. And perhaps we don't worry about the economic ramifications of collecting
Yeah.
10 gold per session for
Yeah.
renting out a mansion.
No.
It's 100% zero profit. Like it's all of the money
Maintenance,
goes to
yeah.
paying for
Upkeep,
damages.
Yeah, we just hire someone that runs the business for us, and that costs the same amount that we get.
Oh yeah, we hire
But,
Frau Brubaker.
So you put the,
Yeah.
to get back on track, you put the piece of paper up on the.
Yeah.
God, you find somewhere to put it. There's not like wooden
Yeah.
poles or anything.
Oh,
So
I was gonna use
Kent-
like a little drop of sovereign glue to just stick it on a pillar, like a support pillar.
Okay.
Amazing.
Mark a charge off of your sovereign glue.
It's worth it.
Is
And it says, help
it?
wanted manager of new Air D&D and Adamantine
Okay,
District.
mark a charge
Contact.
off yourself and glue.
Nice.
And then contact Kenna Peshan of the Faust and the Furious for more details.
Okay. Any way to do that? Any like locations that they should reach out to, or
Any of the
name should be good enough. We want someone who can at
any of the
least
hunting
cast
guilds.
a sending spell.
Yeah.
Any of the hunting guilds.
people from here can't contact the Wayfarers Guild.
Yeah, they're not a part of the guild system.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we have to rely on the
Yeah.
someone who's
Ideal
proficient
candidate-
enough to know the sending spell, but
Ideal
also be like
candidate, no
really
sending spell.
looking for a job.
Okay, so you put it up, and the gold district is available for your perusing.
I'd like to. Can I talk to Ven real quick, like a
Yep.
side conversation, or just like a Hey Ven, there is so the nasty black diamond is worth like a lot of cash, but it is also a diamond, and I know you had said you wanted to travel back to the mountain, and I don't mean to exclude everyone in the party, but I think it seems kismet for us to stumble into such a valuable item to support your specific mission of resurrecting our house guest that we had in the fortress. I think this is important, and I think you should have it.
Appreciate that. I think it's going to be some time until I'm capable of using the magic that would be necessary to bring him back. The fact that he's missing a brain complicates things significantly.
Oh, that is. I'm finding that I did not. That it is a resurrection is far beyond even my capability or my understanding or even my emotional awareness. But Yep, I will keep my head down and I will keep plugging away. If there's anything else I can do to help, please.
I appreciate that. I very much appreciate your thought. But I think we should. This one can be for everyone. That does remind me of something that I wanted to buy while we're here on the manor. But the magic shop there, that is perfect timing.
Ooh, magic shop. Is this? Do you suppose it's book magic, or do you think there's maybe room for those of us who have a little more faith in our magic? I don't know. I would definitely like to see it out.
Yes, I'm not sure. We could find out though.
I would love to learn. Right? Shall we go to? And then kind of to everyone. Shall we go to the magic shop first, or would you like to get our duds?
I'm most likely going to the magic shop first to buy a prosthetic hand.
Well, while those two are having the conversation, Druck would turn to Kenna and be like,
Your new fur is growing in, well, it's a good coat, shiny and healthy, it seems. I haven't seen you grow fur there before.
Well, this is also a first for me. This has never happened before, but I don't hate it, and I think I can get used to it.
It is healthy, lots of fibers there. Well, even my own coat is not as healthy as that.
I mean,
I might be a little envious.
Do you want to feel it, Druck?
I do not need to feel it. That's too intimate.
All right, fair enough.
For my people, that is too intimate of a thing.
Dax is already wandering off to the magic shop.
I'm following you.
Yeah, the same.
I was thinking of maybe sticking, mementos from our adventures in here. So, like, I'm trying to find something from the city right now, and maybe if we go out and explore, I might find like bird feathers or sticks, or like maybe even some beads or I don't know, maybe put some braids in there. I don't know.
That would only complement the quality of the coat that you're growing.
You see Truck like getting very confused for a moment and just like redirects and is like kind of starting to walk.
Okay. So, who's all going to the magic shop?
If all of us, at least Dax, it looks like Dax.
Dax is going.
Quoin. So Dax is not?
Dax is going.
Yeah. And then Quoin would go too.
Okay. Ven's going too. Is Kenna going to the magic shop?
I think Kenna's gonna stay outside.
Okay. What about Druck?
He doesn't want to leave anybody by themselves.
Okay.
So, though he might not like stay next to Kenna, based on their conversation, he'll probably just wait outside.
All right. So
and like lean up against the door and stuff, but just be like, give them a nod and kind of just wait there.
All right. So Ven, Quoin, and Dax all step inside to this magic shop, and as you step inside, you hear it ding-a-ling-ling-ling as the bell rings. It's the same kind of setup as all the other buildings, really. It's made of shale. It's all stony on the inside. There's a lot of glass cases with things in them of all assortment of things. And then all along the shelves behind the counter are just random knickknacks. And kind of up near the ceiling, floating on a purple disc, like a magical purple disc, you see this Duergar, bald Duergar who's currently working. Turns around. Oh. And the disc flies down towards you all, and you see that he's wearing these glasses that magnify his eyes to absurd proportions. And he's like, "How may I assist you today? I am Abdel."
Hello.
Hello.
I'm looking for some pretty simple components. So
I have components by the buttload.
Perfect. I am going to need 280 gold's worth of just paper, magic paper and ink for spellbook copying.
Oh, Titus, can you help for a second? Can you hear and like a wet sucking noise as this really big slug comes up on top of the counter and just deposits what you just asked for.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And then I am also going to need, if I've done my math correctly here, 9 diamonds worth 300 gold each.
Oh, give me a second. And he gets his disc flies around into the back. You can hear rummaging, and he comes back with this like little jeweled lockbox. Opens it, and he's like, "Yeah, 9 diamonds in there."
Okay, and then I will pay the 2,700 gold for that.
Yep.
So it was 280 and 2,700, which is 2,980 gold.
Yep.
Most of my money.
That's a lot of money. Thank you.
Yes, it is. Thank you. I've been saving.
Looks to Dax. What can I get for you? And they show their missing hand, and they're like, "Oh, a prosthetic. I have tons of those."
Right, this I don't mean to cut off my good friend Dax, but
Very bad choice of words.
I was wondering what kind of prosthetics you have for those who are training for combat.
What are you talking about? They function like a missing limb. They function like any limb.
That's okay. So there's full mobility.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the price tag of something this grand?
10 gold pieces. They're very cheap. They're a common magic item. They're very, very cheap.
Then I feel the responsibility to pay for this. item.
Okay. He looks at Dax, kind of like sizes up their other arm, goes, "Okay, I have one just for the occasion," and brings out a little prosthetic hand and attaches it to Dax. And Dax can move it like an actual hand, complete mobility with fingers and everything. It cannot be removed against your will, just so you know. And it detaches if you die, just so you know. So nobody else can pop your arm off. Nobody else can cut it off. You can attach it and reattach it yourself, but no one else can take it off of you. You know, unless they cut your arm off at the elbow, but...
Yeah, who would choose to, if they could, cut it off at a different place? Who would choose to cut it off at the elbow?
Anything else for y'all?
I was wondering, I am new to discovering the book magic.
Oh.
And I was wondering, have you any relics or anything that would assist with prayer magic or faith magic?
Oh, I generally deal in the arcane.
Right. Okay.
But I can take a look. What exactly are you looking for?
Really, I just saw that there was a magic shop, and I'm still learning there are different kinds of magic, and mainly...
Yeah, there's druidic, there's arcane, there's...
Oh, right, there's nature
blood magic, there's holy magic, there's...
Blood magic.
Yeah, hemocraft, and then there's... and then some wizards study a school of magic called sanguimancy. Then there's divine magic. And then sort of given magic.
Divine magic, that was magic that is one that can predict the future?
No, divine isn't given to you by a greater power like a god.
by a higher up. Yes. So yes, is there anything that you had that could do you have anything that is a relic of Bahamut? Are you familiar with Bahamut?
I don't. No, I tend not to keep artifacts from gods and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
just sort of everyday magic items and components and scrolls. I sell the occasional magic item, but I mostly deal in components and scrolls.
All right. Now I am going to ask something that may be a little wild. Is this okay with you?
Sure.
All right. So, do you have any like juniper berry incense? Incense is very like piney.
I know what incense is. It's a spell component.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just wondering if you had like a good collection of.
I have tons of incense.
Specifically, like that has more of a piney, like juniper berry.
Yeah, I got all sorts of aromas for incense.
Ooh, yes, if I could, I possibly procure a good amount of it. Like,
how much is a good amount?
if I were to fill up this brazier for a ceremony, I was wondering if you could give me like 20 to 30 charges of that, like 20 or 30 amounts that would fill up this brazier, like uses.
For what purpose?
For prayer and for blessing and for services. It's not to, it's simply for worship and for giving praise to Bahamut and to anoint those with the smoke from Bahamut's nostrils, as the brazier is shaped like his face. And the smoke comes out of
okay.
his nostrils.
So you want like 20 to 30 blocks of incense?
Yeah, if it is
Okay.
amenable to you.
I can do 1 silver piece per block of incense. So you'd be looking at I tend not to take any lower than gold because gold is just easier to deal with.
What would 5 gold get me?
5 gold would get you 50 pieces of incense.
That is marvelous. Thank you. I will do that if that is. If you
Okay.
have that on stock, I would.
Yeah,
take
he just lifts up a big box full of incense.
big ass box.
It's
Okay,
about
well,
10
then
pounds.
So I'm going to throw open my
Or
necklace.
would be like 5 pounds.
I'm gonna throw open the necklace and throw out a big backpack
Okay.
in front of him.
Oh, he helps you put it in. Okay, 50 gold for that, and then it weighs like 5. It'll weigh like
Oh, 5
pounds.
gold.
50.
5 gold. 50 gold.
Oh, wait, hold on.
For
God, 5 gold.
5 gold, 50 silver, perhaps is what you. had
5
thought.
gold.
Here's 5 gold. And I've already taken it off my.
All right, and yeah, we'll say it's like 5 pounds worth of incense. It doesn't have a weight, so I'm just estimating.
So I'm gonna also thank you so much for doing the kindness of giving my friend their new hand. So I'm going to pay you an extra 5 gold.
Oh, all right, cool. All right. He takes the money. Anything else for any of you 3? Anything at all?
I'm all set. Thank you very much.
All right.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Have a delicious day.
Delicious.
You
day.
as well.
And he blinks, and his eyes are super magnified, and just have a wonderful day.
May your day be scrumptious as a day could be.
Oh, it will be. Say goodbye, Titus, and the slug just goes.
Khihalis, hoping
All right.
you don't get assaulted.
Okay. You all step out of the magic shop, and the other 2 are standing there talking about beards.
Justin, real quick, what I'm going to be doing with that now in my inventory 670 gold's worth of spellbook copying materials. I counted how many spells are in my spellbook
Mm-hmm.
and what level they are, and that is enough to copy my entire spellbook.
Okay.
So I'm going to start the 67-hour process
Okay.
of copying everything from my original spellbook into the
The new one.
the tome.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Into the Arcane Grimoire.
Okay.
1, so that I can have it in there, but 2, also so I can have a backup in case anything happens in the first.
All right. So you will exit the magic shop, and
As we exit, I'm going to take the box of... Did he give me the box, or did he...
he gave you the lockbox too.
Okay. I'm going to take the lockbox full of diamonds out, and I'm going to walk up to everybody, and I'm going to hand them 1 diamond.
And
They're all 300?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Do I get a
there's-
second one? Or
Yes.
Okay.
And I will tell you all, this diamond is for you. This is make sure I know where you keep it on your person, because this is the diamond I will be using to revive you should you die in battle.
I think Kenna
Us-
has
And then I look at Quoin and say, if that's something you want.
So that is a great question to ask Quoin, and Quoin will take it out of respect for the party and make it available. Like it's going to be, Quoin will look at you
Mm-hmm.
and put it in, not where he keeps the maps and the other stuff. I'm gonna put it in the right breast pocket and be like, ugh, like a teen who's got a fully charged cell phone.
All right.
Oh,
Dax just puts
Fine.
it in their like pant pocket.
I think Kenna has a pouch inside their satchel that's dedicated for diamonds. And it has like a little like a toe tag on the inside that says diamond pouch inside of their bag.
All right.
Nice. Wait,
But,
so I have then. So, sorry, real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I gave away 4, so I still have 5 on my
Yep.
person. And then these I will be using at my own discretion. If of course yours is used up for whatever reason, for it's used, and I have any more left, I will be then giving it to you. But then any resurrecting that needs to be done for innocence, I bought these with my own money.
Then I would
Yes.
recommend not flashing them around and hiding them into various different parts of your body.
Just put it in the bag of holding.
All right.
But yes, magic exists.
Actually, no, even better. Quoin, can I borrow the chest real quick?
Just say no. If you put the diamonds in the chest or the bag of holding, it does take an action to bring those diamonds out.
But if I put them in the chest and do the one where I can the recall
Transfer?
Not transfer. The other one. What's the third one?
It's transfer.
Is it the one where I can just like
you
pull
it out anywhere?
Yeah, pull it out of any pocket.
pocket, yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
only do one
Once
of
a
those
day.
per day.
So it'd be one diamond
Yes.
a day.
Well, can't I put the box? Can I do the box full of diamonds?
I suppose. But
Okay.
I'll say
I
that
was like,
for this once. Otherwise,
Okay.
shit's gonna get.
It's gonna get
Right,
People are
yes.
gonna break
Put
stuff.
something in a
and-
bag.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's like I was gonna say for something like a chess set, like you wouldn't put it like one piece at a time, but like like if it's a box of disparate things, it's not like mailing a package. Okay.
I'll say because this is one small thing, I'll allow it.
Okay. I'm probably not gonna be using more than one at a time anyway, so I have to put them all back in anyway. So,
If he tries to res,
Yeah,
like,
if we're in that type
us
of
in a row
position, we
each
got
turn.
other. Yeah. If we're in
Mhm.
that type of position, we got a lot of other.
So
shit
you
to
put
worry
the
about.
little lockbox of diamonds in the chest and say transfer.
Mhm.
Okay. And yeah, the clothing shop is basically right there.
I think most of what Kenna was doing outside with Druck was while they were also talking about their beard, they were also jotting down ideas for what they wanted to get from the shop.
Okay. Honestly, whatever you guys want from the shop, you'll be able to get. All custom made clothes because it just makes life easier.
All right.
So would you like us? I mean, for narrative flair, would you like us each to describe? what
Yeah,
we
when we
would
get to
have
that point,
gotten?
yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Justin.
Yep.
Are there many bugbears that wear formal clothes that Druck may have seen?
You saw the mage in the capital, like one of the mages. You've seen bugbears that wear fancy clothes. Not all bugbears dress like
Right.
Druck.
Is it right? Well, Druck wears obviously leathers
Yeah,
that
Druck's,
are more in the leathers of like
yeah.
for instance, he wears leather strips as a skirt to kind of keep mobility up, as opposed to like leather pants and things like that. Especially because they're a furry creature. So like I imagine that more formal clothes for a bugbear would be like more robe
Whatever they want.
centric.
Whatever they want.
Okay,
Up to the individual.
thanks.
Would you like us to describe what we are looking for?
Well, you have to go to
now?
the clothing shop first.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we all ready to head over to Kent's?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's just right there. It's this building that's shaped like a top hat with two rounded doors at the base. It says Kent's on the building.
I'll head in first.
Okay. The interior of the clothing shop is lined floor to ceiling with mannequins in glass cases wearing a series of elaborate high society outfits, some of which are complete with incredibly exquisite-looking masquerade-style masks. Suspended from this ceiling are a series of tape measures used for measuring people's heights, arms, legs, etc. In the center of the shop is a raised platform surrounded by a series of colorfully lit floating orbs of light and mirrors. The eastern wall of the shop is dominated by all manner of hats that you can think of, while the western wall is dominated by gloves, boots, and other accessories like cufflinks, boots, gloves, lapel pins, whatever. The shop smells of lavender and sage, and a massive golden harp is playing a rather heavenly, soothing song in one of the corners by itself. And as you enter, you see currently kind of like sewing some fabric behind this very large, elaborate counter. You see this gnome with wavy, shoulder-length blue hair, piercing gray eyes, and a pointed chin spike-style beard. They're wearing a high-collared black cashmere coat underneath. Over top that one is an even larger, more ostentatious gray coat. They have a pair of gem-encrusted white gloves, a pair of black and white pinstripe pants, knee-high black boots covered in gold buckles and buttons, and atop his head sits a white top hat. And they don't notice you, they're just busy sewing away. Oh, well, golly, how you doing?
We're doing fine. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing just dandy. Welcome to Kent's.
Thank you very much. I assume you must be Kent?
Yep, approaches. What can I do for you?
Well, we've got these coupons, from the king.
Kind of frowns a little bit. All right.
We've been invited to a feast.
Oh, well, golly, yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah, so,
is that bad?
No.
Why? Your feet?
Yeah.
No one really make an insight check. He's giving away expensive clothing for free.
Oh, these aren't like an IOU.
No one's paying for them.
Oh, they're not like an IOU from the king. They're just like
yeah.
an order from the king to give away free clothes. I see.
Oh,
I thought I was under the impression that he was
just
actually
send
paid
the bill
for
to
them.
the palace.
Ooh.
That's rough.
So,
Yuck.
can I see your coupons? You kind of walk in here flashing coupons. I want to see what these coupons are about.
Yeah, sure. Here you are.
Up to 500 gold value to be reimbursed. Oh, at the end of the feast. All right. Just had to check. I gotta get paid for this shit.
Yeah, of course. Especially if all of your work is as intricate as your display pieces here.
So each of you get a value up to 500 gold in terms of your outfit, which is good because that'll get you one whole outfit, accessories, and a mask because you want one.
All right.
A lot of people will be wearing masks at the feast, so you might want to get a mask as well, like a nice style masquerade mask. Gestures like where all the masks are hanging. But we're gonna go one by one just to see what you're all looking for. In particular, anybody know what you want? What you're looking for?
Yes, I would like a more formal bugbear attire.
I don't know what that means. A lot of bugbears wear all sorts of things.
Yes, well, something that would not encroach upon my coat of fur.
All right, like what specifically do you want? What do you envision?
More like a dress type situation, loose fitting, with a.
And he kind of looks at everyone with kind of half grin.
A moon motif.
All right. Any colors in particular that you want? Come up on the pedestal here.
Yes.
He grabs your hand and leads you up to the pedestal. Come on. And he claps his hands, and you see a lot of inanimate mannequins around the store kind of come to life and saunter over towards Druck. And they start measuring Druck's arm length, Druck's legs, circumference, head. All right. And the mannequins start like grabbing fabrics and all sorts of fabrics, and Kent begins like sewing them together and measuring Druck. Any accessories with your little outfit here?
Pockets, inside pockets, outside pockets, bunch of inside pockets.
Now I'm aware you all know that weapons aren't permitted at the feast. I'm sure you're all aware.
Of course.
All right. Just
This
so you
is
know.
literally the first time I have heard about a no weapon policy, especially.
Well, it's a feast where a bunch of nobles are going to be, so of course no weapons allowed. Anyone can get hurt.
But that is, I mean, we also not to. How do they say? Toot our own horns. We have just literally stopped an entire assassination coup plot.
Oh, I heard about that, but yeah, no one's going to be wielding weapons. Not even the king's going to have weapons. The High Knights will, but that's it.
All right, this
my
is
pop-
will inform my.
High security,
Okay.
basically.
Thank you, Danke.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
Yes, my pockets were associated with snacks.
You might not do too well in this kind of setting, putting snacks in your pockets, but
Just put the pockets in.
all right. You want a hat, mask? A lot of people are gonna be most of the patrons are gonna be wearing masks.
Can I get a moon mask?
Yeah, of course. And he starts like shaping this mask, and it looks a lot like the moon animatronic from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Nice. Moon Man. Nice.
How's this? Kind of just like fitting it to your head and like tying it off and.
Good enough. It gets the point across, I think.
All right, hand me your coupon.
Not many of us are products of the moon. It'll be interesting to see who is drawn to this.
He hands.
Kind of laughs awkwardly. All right, coupon.
Yeah, while he's saying that, he's kind of looking at everyone else in the group, and hands over his coupon.
All right, who's next?
I guess I'll go next.
All right. Gestures for you to get up on the platform.
So I'm kind of looking for a hybrid of different styles. For up top, I'm kind of looking for a blazer, smoking jacket in a
All right.
a dark green velvet with silver embroidery.
Oh yeah, we got that. I can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I also posted a picture of what Kent looks like in the Discord.
Nice.
Sweet. Man, he looks so cool. And can I get embroidery in the motif of like vines and leaves coming up from the sleeves
Oh, of
and the
course you
bottom of the
can.
coat?
The
And then
mannequins
I'd
start like
like-
working, and he also is like helping them out.
And then in the same fabric, a hoop skirt that goes
Alright.
at the longest point and down to my ankles, but kind of opens up in the front to about mid thigh, so I can run easily.
All right.
And the same vine and leaf embroidery pattern down at the bottom.
Any hats, accessories? You want a mask? I recommend a mask.
Yeah, actually, if I could get a dark green velvet top hat with a black ribbon at the back and a giant bow.
Oh yeah. He grabs the top hat off the rack, kind of fits it on your head. It fits, but it's black. He snaps his fingers and it turns to the color you want. All right. Puts it on your
just
head
for
and ties like a
everyone-
bow to it.
For everyone imagining it, it's a dark green that's so dark it's almost black, but if you see it in the light just right, you can see the hint of green.
Okay.
And then also, could I get some silver cufflinks with a dragon's head engraved on top?
Well, of course, yeah. And any mask?
Yes. I'd like kind of like a vertical half mask, kind
Ooh,
of like
like
the Phantom of the
yeah.
Opera.
Hell yeah.
And then again with like branches and leaf motif, kind of like wrapping around my ear and kind of extending across my forehead.
Sounds good, dude. We got that.
And then also if I could get some silver beads and the same velvet as ribbons, so I could style my beard.
Of course, yeah. And whatever, yeah, that's what you get.
And then I'd also like to order just like simple black trousers and black riding boots to complete the ensemble.
All right, done and done. Who's next? Who wants to go next?
Quoin steps forward, like kind of looking at everyone else. Yes. All right. So I do not understand the customs of this specific city. I do not like. Also, kind of half taking off his armor to kind of show the weird, gross rags that he just has been wearing the last 5 years. One outfit in 5 years.
Oh yeah, you definitely need some new duds.
What is wrong? What is wrong with this? This is
Stinking my shop up, but that's all right.
It stink. It is okay.
But what are you looking for an outfit?
I would love to have essentially what you have in front of you, but like whatever. I suppose if it has to be new, give me the new hotness.
You want the new hotness that's popular here in the capital.
No, I would like just updated whatever this like, and again showing you nothing but rag, like truly not understanding fashion, giving you just.
You see, he kind of like rubs
give you,
he kind of like pinches the bridge of his nose a little bit because he's getting confused.
Like I'm trying. So and then to explain it, I'm trying to explain. I want it to look like Neo, but with armor. Like I'm trying to talk like full priest, tight buttons, collar up to the collar, sleeves down, but like with shoulder pads and like armor underneath, and like mesh out to the 3/4.
Crusader Neo.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
So you want like armor attached to this? I don't really deal with armor. I just
This is. Oh, I apologize. I'm sorry. I was not specific. I will provide the armor you provide.
Oh, you probably won't be wearing armor at the feast. Everyone's kind of there in their formal attire, and that's it.
Yes, my formal attire also includes armor.
You probably won't be allowed to wear armor inside the.
I show him like the priest vestments that are fitted for over the armor, for the Bahamut things that I've worn.
Yeah.
For every.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but you're gonna have to just wear the outfit you get. Everyone there is gonna be wearing their clothes, no weapons. It's a social event.
Right, but in the religion that is to Bahamut, we literally every service we wear our armor with our vestments.
You're not going to be doing any services though. It's a social event with drinks and partying and dancing.
Right, but I'm literally representing my deity. So like,
I can make something for your deity. I'm trying to tell you this is how you're going to blend. You're not going to sort of mesh.
Oh, I do not care about blending in. I am a singular vessel of Bahamut's will and sanctity, so like I would wear the armor and any sort of, I suppose if you have to go with a clean garment, okay, like there's a new garment that can rhyme with what I'm already wearing, and it would go with the armor, and then on top
just
I put the
don't be surprised if they ask you to doff your armor.
That is where I suppose, as they say, the rubber would hit the road, because I'm not going to not give sanctity and providence to the deity that I have praised for the last several years to all of my, like, I'm not going to not give providence to the deity that
I'm not religious by any means, but
and I don't mean to be a total. I feel like I'm
just trying to help you out here, and
yeah, I'm
trying to tell you the customs of our city and how things go in these.
No, and you're being so kind. Thank you. I appreciate you trying to explain.
Fuck it, we'll just do what you want, and then he makes whatever you want. Do you want a mask?
Yeah, that'd be. Oh, okay. Hold on, just you and me. Just okay.
All right.
Okay, be cool. All right, all my friends think I'm really cool. They all think I'm very like.
Of course.
Quoin, he's got it all figured out.
Of course you do.
Like kind of he's like a very calm, cool.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, I can
really
see it.
Cool. All right, it would be really cool for you if you made me like making sure no one else can hear. Could you make me like a platinum dragon
Of
mask?
course I can.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I can do it right now. Look, and he starts like, he like when he waves his hands, Ven, you can tell he's casting the fabricate spell when he makes his clothes and stuff, and he begins fashioning this platinum dragon mask for Quoin and sets it on your face.
And like it fits perfectly. Like
Yeah.
it's like made for my face.
Yeah.
There's fully like it's not just like one tear. It's like two tears just streaming down. Quoin's face is like.
Don't worry, it's waterproof.
And then just a shaking hand just pushes 200 gold to you. It's just like,
That's not necessary. You got the coupon.
I understand what I have.
All right, I'll take it.
This is the most beautiful gift.
All
'Cause
right.
all Quoin has ever wanted is to don the knight's mask that is
Yeah.
like.
It's
and
made
this
of.
is,
This one's made of like very well taken care of porcelain. All right. Who's next?
All right, I'll get rid of 200 gold in my inventory.
I will go.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Just something proper, of course, for the occasion, but it's simple. If you could take this, what I'm wearing, and make it more regal for the event, like purples,
Kind of he's
blues,
looking at your clothes.
blacks, grays. Like I'm thinking more
It's gonna be
like
interesting making Mind Flayer clothes high society, but I'm sure it could be a challenge I can attempt.
Are you? If you're up for the challenge,
I'm up for any challenge. I'm the best clothing maker in the world.
And obviously a mask to match said outfit. Whatever you think would complement it the best.
I'm not too sure. What are you thinking?
Tasteful tentacles?
Tasteful tentacles.
Purple at the very least.
I got an idea. Starts fabricating this mask, and it's kind of got like a purple eye mask just across the eyes, and then it kind of goes back into like a high-collared array of tentacles.
Ooh.
How's that?
This.
This method probably won't scare anybody, unlike the one you're probably thinking of.
Dak is like moving their upper body, and they're just like, "Oh, this is weird having like things are just it is very nice."
All right, go. Any accessories? Do you want like a hat, gloves, boots, cufflinks, t-shirt?
Cufflinks would be great, actually.
All right, what are you looking for in terms of style?
Do you have anything purple or silver?
I've got, snaps his fingers, amethyst cufflinks, and they're purple.
Wow, that is wow. Yes. Oh, wow. Wasn't expecting something so extravagant.
I mean, you
yes,
got
okay.
the coupons are good for 500 gold in terms of clothing materials, so yeah.
If you would have, do you have any simple purple gloves?
Of course I do. Leather,
That are
silk, mesh, satin,
Ooh, purple leather would
spinach.
be gorgeous.
You want leather? Sounds good.
Good.
And purple leather gloves. All right. Looks
And you wouldn't by chance have like any rings or anything that would go with this, in your opinion?
Rings I don't do.
Okay. Thought I'd ask. Thank you for the outfit, kindly. And
You're
gives you
welcome.
the coupon.
Remember, when you buy your clothes, come to Kent Shuttersap and looks at Ven. Up to you now.
Right. I'm just looking for shoulder to toe, voluminous robes, but sort of the ones that have the kind of the wrapped sleeve, the billowing sleeves, the ones that kind of wrap around, kind of almost in like a wrap around. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, of
the ones
course
that
I
just
do, yeah.
yes, the ones that I can kind of like almost pull around me, like kind of like a built-in blanket around me, almost.
like a Snuggie.
Not quite a Snuggie, more just like the robes that just kind of have the extra, almost like half cape off of them.
Yeah, what color are you looking for? Material?
Fabric? I'm thinking,
pattern?
It's, what, let me think. What's the climate? We're in the mountains, right? So it's pretty cold.
It's cold, yeah.
All right. I'm thinking probably just a sturdy wool, but a nice wool.
All right.
And oh wait, actually no, I have a cold resistance. Actually, something thin and breathable.
Ooh, how about velvet, satin?
Velvet isn't thin.
Satin. I can make it thin.
Well, let's go with the satin.
Satin. All right.
Or silk, actually. Silk.
I can do nice. Silk. Silk would be nice. So currently it goes from wool, then it turns into velvet, then it turns into satin, then it turns into silk. All right.
Okay. Can we do sort of a subtle flame texture?
Ooh. Like texture or color pattern?
The kind of texture where when the light catches it, you'll notice the pattern, but not from a distance.
I can do that.
And then for the mask, I'm thinking just one that looks like carved and colored to look like flames wreathing my face.
Cool.
Despite the fact that Ven uses no fire spell, except for firebolt.
Starts to fashion this like flame-like tendril mask for Ven and fashion. How's that?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Any accessories? Cufflinks, boots, gloves.
You said you don't do. What? You said you don't do rings, so I think I'm good.
Unfortunately,
accessories.
Just clothes, boots, cufflinks, boots, eye patches, caps.
Suppose you'd have a pair of like formal sandals.
Of course I do.
Oh, that would work then perfectly.
Gives you like a pair of formal sandals that are currently like beige. Do you want these to match the color of your robes?
Maybe sort of like a subtle. Can you match them to like the oranges or the yellows in the mask, so it's not just monochromatic?
Of course I can, and does so, and hands you the formal sandals.
Thank you so much.
They're like knee high sandals. He's like, are those too high?
Oh, nice. No, that works perfectly fine.
Excellent.
Actually.
Do you happen to have a pair of lightweight shoes that would match the color of my outfit?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like thin. Oh, good. Thank you. Oh.
It looks at everybody. All right, those are all your outfits. Your coupons have been handed over. If you seek my business again, look for one Kent Shuttersap.
Kent Shuttersap.
Shuttersap.
Danke. Thank you.
I hope the outfits perform well. They're comfortable, breathable. At this point, like all the clothing fitting, that would have taken like, we'll say 3 hours. So just to make everything and measure everybody. And
So we're currently at about like 4 or 5?
3 p.m.
Oh, right on.
Dax does have their prosthetic hand now.
Yeah.
It's fully articulate, and it can only be removed by Dax.
Yeah, and Quoin paid for it. I actually love to talk to Dax about that.
I heard that fantastic. Not to cut you off, Dax, during my drive on the highway, and I just laughed my ass off.
Nice. All right. Should we head back to the house?
Yeah, I've heard the. And please, Kenna, you're more of the crew of you're the crust of people who know this. But in Untitled City, there is something. Before people go to big events, there is something I'm starting to think of the name of it. I believe it is called pre-gaming before you go to a big event.
Uh-huh.
I do not know the details of this, but I have always been told that is something that people who are going to a big event, they do this thing, and I would like, I mean, if you could help us explain what it means, I would love to support. Like, an Untitled City is a big city, and we get it. You and I, both from the same city. We're on
Ben
the
is
level.
also a participant of the revelry of an Untitled City.
Oh, I guess, I've been to so many like parties. I've talked to so many people.
Well, Quoin, I will ask you this. Would you
Mhm.
like to know what you're asking about, what you're asking by pre-gaming, or would you like it to be a surprise for when we get back?
I mean, obviously, I know. Obviously, I
Uh-huh.
know. I
But
know
for
what
the
you
rest
mean.
of
So
the
why would you
party.
have to tell me?
Point of order here, real quick. Are you planning on pre-gaming all the way until tomorrow when the feast is?
Well, no, we wouldn't start tonight. We would.
Okay, all
probably
right.
wait
I was
until, like, about this time tomorrow before we head out to the feast. We
Right,
don't want to
this
get
is what
too
is
ahead of
standard. Oh,
ourselves.
then you're showing you look like a fool. You look like a noob, as they say. Like you don't know what you're talking. Obviously, I know what we're
Unless,
talking
Coin,
about.
you did want to start pre-gaming now.
Oh, I mean, whatever's standard. Whatever's obviously.
I'm very concerned for your humors.
Obviously, I've
I'm gonna lean over to. I'm gonna lean over to
Obviously,
Ben and
all
say,
the many years I
"Don't
have
worry, I'll go
traveled
easy
and
on him."
know things.
Hey, Coin, Coin, can I put an arm around you,
I mean, whatever's you.
or
you're
like just on
trying.
your shoulder? Hey, Coin,
Right.
it's gonna be a fun night.
That is obviously we're all. This is going to be a standard, regular. No one had to tell me that you don't wear armor to a party. No one had to tell me that it's cool if you rage and tell people Bahamut is the best. That is, I'm very cool. I know all the things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right on.
So as you're all
Yeah,
standing in
party
front of
on.
as you're all standing in front of the clothing shop having this conversation, what is exactly the plan for the rest of the day?
We've gone to the magic shop. We've gone to the clothing shop.
Yep.
Somebody else have anything? I'd love to talk to Dax about.
Yeah, Druck
What
has
happened
some
with us
conversations
today?
that need to happen with other people as well. So
And just work to get to.
Yeah, I have no plans for the day.
I think
The rest of the day.
mansion time.
Yeah.
For us
Mhm.
until midnight. If
All right,
anybody else-
so 1 copper piece per person to get back to the mansion.
Who wants
I
to-
got this.
All right.
So 5 copper for Druck.
Yep.
All right. Takes about an hour to get there. And you arrive back at the manor in the Adamantine district.
Oh, actually, I want to start reattuning to my Cathadium crystal.
Takes 8
That's
hours.
what I want. Yeah.
Okay. So you have to focus on doing that for 8 hours. Can't do anything else.
All right. Sorry, Drake.
Can I?
Not right now, Drake. I'm concentrating.
That's yes.
Cathatu. Cathatui.
I mean, hopefully I grabbed you as you was trying to start this, but it sounded
Yeah, I
like
can.
we were.
I'm only like 5 minutes in. I can restart. What can I do for you?
It seemed as though we were planning some type of raid or something. Or
Well, I'm
how
out.
much of the stuff is left?
You mean these stuff? Like
You
the-
know, yes,
Stuff.
the good stuff. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure we've only got 1 dose of the good stuff left. But we also have the stuff, and I think we had some other stuff. Oh, we've got a bunch of the stuff in the cellar. But I don't think we have much in the way of good stuff, unfortunately.
So, like the stuff that was made from spellcaster bones.
Yeah, I think we've only got 1 dose of that left.
And then you had something else.
They're referencing the uncles here. They have like 1 mushroom left of that.
I don't think was Druck ever brought into
No.
the fold with that. No.
Oh,
So
how
Druck's just like,
I was
Also,
positive.
like,
I was positive the uncle's ear got stolen by somebody, but
No, I think Don gave it to me before he met his demise.
oh right, yeah.
I don't know what this ear tug thing is.
Oh, it's well, it's called Uncle's Ear, and it's a hallucinogenic mushroom, I believe.
I have had many mushrooms. Some of them turn my stomach.
I think this might be a good one to take when we're doing our pre-gaming, because it'll last a long time.
Oh, really? If
Yeah.
that is your suggestion, you are.
But that is
better
if you
with
don't have a
these
bad
types of
trip.
things.
If you have a bad trip, your night is ruined.
I will be dressing in questionable attire, so perhaps not that.
Alright.
I might suggest instead that I take the other.
The other one?
The
Alright.
good stuff, yes, the stuff that we have bonded over.
Yeah. I'd be happy to let you have the last of it. Hopefully we can find some more, but I think it's a good cause.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now I gotta spend 8 hours reattuning into this gym.
Alright. Let me know if you need anything.
Alright, I will. Thanks, Druck.
Yes. And he
I hold out a
like-
fist for a fist bump.
Yeah. Poof. And he leaves what amounts to, I guess, a sandwich. I mean, obviously it's not a sandwich, but it's what amounts to a sandwich as to what rations we have available to us.
I'm
He
imagining
leaves
it's
it. He
two
leaves
pieces
it
of-
there for them.
I'm imagining it's 2 pieces of bread with a single good berry in between the slices.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Have you? I don't mean to cut in. Are you guys concluded?
Yeah. I mean,
I'd
Drexel.
love-
Yeah.
I'd love to tap Dax for a second, if it's the night before the party.
Yeah, it's like 3 p.m.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, it's
The party's in like
24 hours.
24. Yeah, the party starts at
24 hours
3.
if we're a nerd and show up.
The party starts
first.
at. People have to show up early, and then dinner is like an hour after everybody shows up. So it's 3. Yeah, 24 hours.
Hey, Dex.
Yes, Quoin?
You're probably wondering. But you may be wondering why I decided to foot the bill for your new prosthetic hand.
More like hand the bill.
Yeah, right. Oh, yep. I'll take that. That is, yep. Put it right in my. Yep, right. I'll take it right in the neck. Yeah, I deserve that. Yes.
You took it in the neck and I took it in the wrist, Quoin.
Yeah. So you still have that sword on you, correct?
Of course, Quoin. And
Oh,
Dax like pulls it out and like places it in both hands now that she can hold it in
Mhm.
2 hands.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go to, and I'm gonna look at the layout of that building. We have layout. Great. I'd love to go to. If I could take it, ask them to follow me, and I want to go to the dining room on the first floor. There's a southern dining room.
Yeah.
That's like just an
Mhm.
isolated room. I want to bring them and do that, and then pull out my own sword, and then kind of like slap Dax's sword with my sword. But this is the first step. If you want to train, this is the first step. You do not need to do this. There is literally nothing I can say that will make you want to do this, but this is the first step to us learning the ways of Bahamut together. And I like slap the sword, like with the the flat side of my sword. I slap the other sword.
And
And just get
Dax
ready.
Dax like reciprocates.
What's then? Just then you must make the first steps.
Oh, Quoin,
This is the first step to learning how to recover. You have a new hand, but you do not have a new lease on life. This is the first step.
Dax
ready.
like grips the sword in both hands like tightly, and they're just looking at you, and they're just like,
Literally, a little dragon man, 1/3 your side, is like sizing you up, just waiting, just like almost capoeira, dodging back and forth.
Ponytail.
Dax like takes a deep breath and like closes their eyes, and then they go forward to you and they try to swing towards
Make an
you.
attack
Very
roll.
confused.
Make an attack roll with disadvantage because of your
Yep.
stuff going on. With the longsword.
Yep. They don't feel great about this.
Sure, it's the first step.
13 to hit.
That is not a hit. That is, and then Quoin's gonna slap the blade away with his blade. These are the first steps. Then take the action to. I'm gonna give the help action to the attack.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do with my action.
Okay.
So they swing even.
All right. So Dax, straight roll.
So then it's just okay.
They're a little uneasy with their new hand. That's an 11. They go and then they kind of like twirl around and they try to go for another hit. 23.
That for sure hits. Yeah. It's,
Don't roll damage because
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't. They just like get you on the armor, and as soon as they hear it click, ting, they like immediately pull back, and they're just like staring at you like.
These are the first steps that you take. And you follow the path that you need to become the warrior that you have always been meant to be. You have been afraid. You have been desperate. You have been reactive. And you have been fighting on the tip of your toes. When you have learned the way to fight that I have learned, and I am I wish you could train with Yadalin. I am a shadow of what she could do for you. But when you're ready, you will fight on the balls of your feet, and you will be ready. And any attack that comes at you, you will be able to harness the energy and bring it back at your foe tenfold. This is the first step on a great journey. We will bring you to the warrior that you have always been meant to be, and the one I saw the first day that we had met. You are a great warrior, Dax. And you are a great friend. Midway, and like reach out for like a big clasping forearm handshake.
Dax puts the longsword away and like reciprocates.
All right.
And
These are
Quoin,
these are the first steps.
you did a hell of a job of chopping off my hand.
This is a great shame for me.
Quoin, I don't say it to bring you shame. That was precise. You knew what you were doing. It was incredible.
I succeeded. I succeeded as a friend to most of our party. And I failed as a friend to you, because I could not make you see the light before darkness. But every step we take is out of the darkness from now on. Every step is a new step towards the light. If you want that light, I will be your lantern.
When you say that, Dax like pats you on your helmet.
Bing! Precisely. Also, I have the back bedroom, and it's so tiny and so fun. All right, I'll see you later.
Oh, Quoin, do you know where Ven went?
I think he's somewhere near the book magic, near the library that is here. He's into books. I want to get some sleep. So, good night. Also, be safe. Bye.
Beh.
Then Quoin goes off, scurries off to bed.
All right. What's everybody else doing?
I'm just getting as many hours in as I can on spellbook copying.
All right.
How many can I get to start right now?
I have no idea.
So it was like 3. Do we get back around like 4?
Yeah, it's like 4 o'clock right now.
Okay, it's like 6 hours then.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Spend 6 hours copying spells. That's my evening.
Dax would go and find Ven to have a chit chat with him.
Okay.
Ven,
Oh, yes.
do you have a moment?
I have several, yes.
So, could I ask a favor of you?
Depends on what it is.
All right. So, you remember my mother, right?
Yes. Well, briefly.
Wait, do we remember
Yes.
your mother?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
You
so
just
we
don't know what
do.
happened. Dax
Yeah.
kind of like goes closer into the room.
Oh, wait.
Kind of like,
No, wait, hold on.
You guys
Do
don't know
we?
what? Yes, you do. You
Oh
do.
no, we at the prison. We met her at the prison. We
Yes.
technically met her at
Yes.
the prison.
And you
That's
met
right. Yes.
and at the house. Yeah, and at the house.
Well, but I thought we didn't. I thought we didn't remember
Yeah, I
meeting
thought-
them at the house because we
Yeah,
were
I thought-
there.
Man, I don't remember.
I thought they were
okay.
deleted.
Just
yeah.
the just the.
At the very least, I met her at the prison. So
yeah,
yes.
just the prison.
you know, she was a devout follower of our math, and you know, she prayed for years daily to him, you know, to answer her prayers for her child.
Mhm.
After years of following his teachings, she finally conceived me was what she wanted. She didn't care who I was. All she knew is, you know, she would love me whoever I was and whoever I became. And I used to spend hours hearing her talk about him, trying on the vestments of hers and being scolded when I would knock over candles on her altar. There was one time, you know, I thought I'd do her a favor, you know, lighting some incense, but I didn't know how much to use, and I almost smoked out our entire house. It took weeks to get rid of that scent. Oh, no, those prayers are something that'll be forever just embedded in my brain, and some nights when I can't sleep, you know, I'll go over the hymns and prayers she used to sing, and it just helps me relax enough to get to bed. But when I made that wish, Ven, do you know what the cost was?
I can't say that I do, no.
My mother is gone. She just ceased to exist. And there's no body, there's no words, she's just gone then. Could you perform last rites for her? Just even at the chance that her soul could have some sort of peace. I want that chance for her. You know, she believed in me the most, and now she's just gone. She always saw the good and the light in me. I haven't even dared ask my father what happened. The world just seems duller since she's been gone. And I know it's been a lot with finding out who our Marcin really is, but you and her both just wanted to see good in the world where you went. And I know she wanted to meet you, and I can't really see... Like, it feels very fitting then, if you could do something like that.
I would be happy to, yes. And I'm sorry that was the cost.
It's not your fault, then. Things happen. I wish you two could have met.
We did briefly.
more.
Yeah. Yes, I can begin those now.
Thank you, Ven. And I know I've already asked you to do one thing, but I do have a second ask.
Yes.
Please help me, Ven. Help me with this. And like she's pointing at the armor on her chest.
Mm-hmm.
I am begging you. I can't get rid of it myself. I would if I could, and I don't want to bring you into this, into harm's way, but I can't keep going. It's haunting my dreams, that damn axe. It's everywhere. I'm exhausted, and I know it's getting worse and worse. Then. And like Dax goes up to you and places like both her hands on like the sides of your face, and you just see like fear in her eyes. She's just like, please help me.
I was already going to. You don't even need to ask.
And she just gives you a big hug.
Way up here. We need my magic needs to be more powerful. But once it is capable of doing so, the first priority is destroying both of those.
Is it safe in your bag?
Safe enough, I suppose. Why?
Would it be safer in Quoin's chest? Or would that matter?
Probably safer in the chest, actually. It's a harder surface, and it's usually small enough to avoid any sort of damage. I think, Justin, just double checking, are we far enough out? We haven't reached Axe will automatically kill Dax Day yet, right?
You're only on day 2 of 5.
Okay. Then I think, yes, it is safe to transfer that over. Respectfully, I think you should stay here. Perhaps you can set up the candles and light the incense while I go and transfer that to Quoin.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, and I'm going to go over and find Quoin.
Okay.
Hello.
Guten Abend.
Sorry to interrupt your evening.
No, it's just perfectly fine. How are you doing this evening?
Doing well. Dax made a point, which is that my bag of holding is somewhat vulnerable and is susceptible to things like blades and fire. And should something like that happen, the axe could come spilling out. So we were thinking that it would be safest in the chest.
Yes, that is. This is reasonable. Also, if I am being completely honest, it does not make sense to me to not use the benefit of this chest to secure it in its own dimension until it is called upon, if I may.
A transfer?
Yes, that is exactly what I mean, and I think that transfer should be called upon in the exact moment that we can strike a blow to this evil weapon.
I was thinking that, actually, but one thing that worries me is that if it's in that nowhere place, that's not contained anywhere, I worry that it would then be able to escape, given its own intelligence. I'm not sure if it would be able to recall itself out of any container.
You are too right. That is a very good point.
If that were the case, it would be...
I saw it. This weapon is a curse. I really feel that I let Dax down by... I should have been stronger to see that such a weapon would be a burden.
We all missed it, Quoin, and everyone's choices are their own.
You're right.
All we can do now...
We cannot choose things for others.
Yes. All we can do now is move forward.
Then are you sure you're not somehow linked to Bahamut? You just have the most wise things to say, and I've only ever seen someone who's a disciple of Bahamut to dispense with the knowledge and acumen you have for ethical and moral dilemmas. Every day you impress me. Every day it is humbling.
Thank you. I suppose if I had to claim credit for it at all, or find a reason, I would say it has nothing to do with the religious aspect and everything to do with the fact that I spent years working with children. Children are little people, and they're living their lives in fast forward. So you get to see them fall into the pitfalls and make the mistakes at a much faster rate than adults tend to. So you just get to see life on repeat in a situation like that, and if you pay attention, you can learn a few things.
Right. No, I am literally 12 years old, so I am following most of this for the first time, but what you say makes absolute sense to me. Oof. Thank you for your counsel, and thank you for all of what you do for the party. You are a rock. That is as simple, as easy as we can say. That is you're a steady rock in a river that we are sliding fastly through.
I don't want to keep Dax waiting, but can I tell you something funny?
Oh my God. Yes, I am literally always down for jokes.
Not so much a joke.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, fine. It's fine. It's just ironic, sort of funny. Not necessarily ironic, but the reason I'm here out here in the world with all of you, adventuring, so to speak.
Yeah, that is very interesting to me, because I also have a weird reason. But tell me.
I had a comfortable life. I had a job. I enjoyed it. Everything was fine.
Yeah.
But I had a dream of I had a dream. I assume it was from our mouth, then of a bird trying and failing to leave the nest, and then eventually succeeding. I think I may have mentioned this before, but I felt it was time I got out and saw the world, and actually maybe had an adventure of my own. And I just think it's funny where it's landed me.
What kind of bird were you, or did you see?
What kind of bird was it? What kind of bird was it? 1 second. What kind of bird was it? It was small. I want to say sparrow.
Kookaburra.
Was it?
No.
I think it was a sparrow.
That is very interesting to me. The small bird
It was a
that is
sparrow, yeah.
obviously intelligent. There's a tale of Bahamut that he will appear to the common man as a human, much like your size. Just a regular man, and he would be wreathed in birds. 7 of those birds, golden canaries that are his protectors. All those canaries are beautiful golden dragons, but they are just birds. And he appears as just a man. And it is... I cannot for a single moment believe that you and me and Dax and Drak and Kenna, that we have merely collided because we all decided to sit near each other at a feast. I cannot accept that is merely just all of our gastrointestinal accidents. It is entirely too much by design. As you speak of birds in your dreams, there are birds in the deep lore of the deity that I worship. It is all too common.
Well, who's to say? Perhaps the gods have plans for us, or perhaps the world is just a very interesting story of coincidence. Who's to say?
I mean, either way, I hope that at some point, and I mean this with no disrespect to any deity, but I hope at some point that we are able to fully uppercut the moon, because it weighs heavily on my mind that we have to fight a moon. It truly is a terrifying prospect to me to have to fight a celestial body. I apologize. This is my own burden.
Oh, no.
Thank you so much for talking to me.
Of course.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I had a good training session with Dax. I am very much spent. I will go to sleep and thank you. Thank you again for talking to me. Then have a wonderful evening.
You as well. Sleep well.
Yes, sleep well.
Right. I'll head back to where Dax is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are we ready?
I think so, yes.
Ven would have changed into like part of his vestments from the bottom of his bag. Probably leaving off the fanciest parts, but like taking bits and pieces that just like fit with his clothes and like are enough to show like connection and reverence for Armathden, but not like the big ostentatious fancy parts.
All right.
All right. Last rites it is then. And then, yeah, then we'll go through the process of last rites for Dax's mom. We'll kind of pick a spot, like, just in kind of middle space in front of him to focus on as he speaks and goes through all of the standard prayers and all of the pieces of the necessary parts, doing his best to visualize her in his mind as he does so, remembering her from the little bit of time he spent with her and getting to know her.
All right. Usually, when you do this, you get a sense that there's something getting peace, getting rest. You get a sense whatever you're doing is actually doing something. In this instance, it doesn't feel that way. It feels like there's no spirit to lay to rest.
I don't mention that.
Okay.
And then I will just say, if there's something that can be done, then hopefully she is more at peace.
Thank you, Ben. And you just see like tears streaming down Dax's face. Like they're holding back sobs, and it is just like waterfalls.
I'll clean up in here if you need to go be alone.
I wouldn't mind just staying here with you if you wouldn't mind.
Ven and Dax perception checks.
Oh boy.
At disadvantage.
Yep.
18.
Okay.
16.
All right. Noted.
Yeah. Ven would then change out of his vestments, snuff out the incense and everything, and the candles and stuff, put it all away, and then go back to copying his spells.
All right.
I marked it down from 6 hours to 5 hours worth of work, by the way.
All right.
Does Dax like get up at any point, or does Dax stay like all the way to the end of the night?
Dax is just gonna like hang out with you. Just
Okay.
like you're doing your thing, Dax is just kind of like sitting there reflecting on their shit.
Okay. At some point, Ven's gonna probably get up, like towards the end of the night. Once I've gone through my 5 hours of copying, Ven's gonna get up and close his books and put the stoppers on the inks and everything, and put the papers away. And then he's going to start going to bed. But as he does, he's going to stop and turn over his shoulder, and then say, "I want to help you become a person she would be proud of. We all do." Good night, Dax. And then he's going to go off to his room.
All right.
Good night, Ben. And then Dax will just gonna like sit there for a minute, just kind of like take that in, and then she's gonna go off to her room.
All right.
On your way, as you go past a doorway, you probably catch at the corner of your eye Druck on the other side, just kind of waiting, because the evening ritual of just kind of tying you up and everything.
I see you got her replacement.
Look at me, back in action, Druck.
Yes. Do not take offense. I will need to tie you up more diligently. That hand will be included.
Aww. All right.
Apologies, but I mean, you understand.
I do, Druck. I don't take it personally.
Right.
That pretty much ends that.
All right. Kenna, before you go 5-year long rest, you that would have taken everything everybody's doing 8 hours before you go to bed. So I mean, you'd all be going to bed around 11 p.m. So you are attuned to the crystal now. It'll be midnight by the time you're attuned to it, actually.
Sweet.
And everyone's going to sleepy sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if there was any time, obviously, Quoin would give, a knee and try and commune with Bahamut, but like literally no pressure, regular prayers, just
all right.
Nothing reaching out to.
Cool. Alrighty. You all sleep. Uneventful, really. Except for Dax. Dax, you just dream of brine. Like the smell of brine. And like you're floating in darkness. And you just hear this voice say, "Your bonds are broken." And you all wake up, having gained the benefits of a long rest. Dax, you're on day 3 of not feeding this thing, so you now have vulnerability to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Cool. I'm a perfect barbarian,
I
y'all.
also need Kenna to roll percentile dice.
Rolling. 4.
4, that is a symptom. It'll be... How many do you have? Because those only go away with greater restoration. You have 3 of 5, so this would be 4 of 5 for mild.
Okay.
Cool. So, yeah, that's a fail. So I need you to roll me a d100.
Okay. $21.
Alright, noted. And whatever this is, because you don't know what it is currently,
Oh no.
will last 11 hours.
Oh god. Shit.
Dax, when you come to, you feel
Like shit.
unrestrained. Your bonds have been broken. The ropes are just laying around your body, snapped. Everybody else wakes up. Everyone else wakes up. Long rest benefits, whatever y'all get. And we're going to take a quick break right there because we're at 2.5 hours. So we're going to do a quick break for like 5 minutes. And we'll be back here in a few minutes to wrap this up. So, yeah, see y'all soon. back, everybody. So you all wake up with the benefits of a long rest. Dax, the ropes that were wrapped around you have seemingly broken during the night. Kenna, you have a minor sickness that you don't know about. Because the effect... Yep.
Yep.
But you all wake up. Whatever you want to do when you wake up, you can do. The feast is in 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 7 hours. So you got 7 hours of time just to kill. If there's nothing specifically you want to do, we can do a fast forward.
Well, I mean, Druck's gonna check in on Dax and notice that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Snapped.
okay. If Dax woke up and saw that, they would try to kind of like retie it the best as possible.
Sleight of hand check.
And just be like,
With
"Oh,
disadvantage
shit.
because
Oh
of your...
fuck, oh shit.
With your thing, and so it's disadvantage. And you wake up today feeling just absolutely drained.
Be like, shit. Yeah, no, that's a 3.
Okay, so you're in the process of like trying to tie these back up as Druck walks in.
What happened?
I had a bad dream, and I thrashed a lot, and they came off.
You owe me some rope. Do you have more rope? Because those
Yeah.
are not usable anymore.
And, Dax goes through her shit, realizes she doesn't
You don't have
have
rope
any.
because all of your belongings were taken when you were taken by Uberlight.
Druck, here's 5 gold pieces. Keep the change. I don't know how much rope costs.
You'll have to find something else. Perhaps I will revisit the magic shop before we turn in tonight and see if they have something.
I mean, Druck, it's probably a one-off thing. It wasn't a pleasant dream.
Dax, if I were in your
Druck.
position, so I see what's happening. I see that this thing is hungry. We all know what will happen in a couple of days. This thing will become hungry. I know what happens when hunger takes hold. This is more for you than... Well, it's for me, honestly, but it is also for you. It would be a lie to say that it is more for you than it is for us, and myself, but it is also for you. If I were in your position, I would also want to be restrained. You have a rough go ahead of you, and I want to spare you I want to spare you my grief.
I appreciate you, Druck, very much.
So, I hope you don't mind, but I will be looking for other means to contain whatever's happening. Since I do
Druck,
not believe that you would so clumsily bust apart these ropes.
I mean, Druck, look at me. And Dax just kind of like puts her arms out. I am pretty strong.
It wasn't you. And only Dax hears that.
Yeah, Druck, find whatever you need. Yeah.
I will.
And he heel turns and walks out.
All right. Like I said, what's everybody doing today? You got 7 hours, unless there's nothing else you can think of. We're gonna skip straight to boom.
Quoin, upon waking up, makes a fight meal for Dax.
What's
Like,
a
it's
what's the
train-
fight meal?
Oh, it is bland ass oatmeal made with water.
You can find oatmeal and stuff in the cupboard
and
an
egg
pantry.
on top of that oatmeal. It is
Okay,
just
there's some eggs. They're a little on the verge of spoilage, but they're not spoiled. They're like right on the verge.
Ooh, they should be. This is not for taste. This
Smell
is
like
for-
butt juice.
When you put it in water, they like stand up and they look like they want to start floating, but they're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Right. No.
Yeah.
These should be right on the edge.
There's like a little bit of
angry.
there's like a little bit of blackness under the shell.
This is angry oatmeal. This is and there's one for Quoin too. This
Okay.
is not like a solo
It
venture.
smells like cheese.
Yep. No.
Oh
This should be rough to eat. This should be anger eaten.
Okay.
And it is Quoin.
Oh.
There is a knock on the door, but it is a hammer fist, like a boom, 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 boom. Like, oh no, it's the cops. Like, but that like boom, 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 like angry, wake up, like
Yeah.
almost like. Sorry, I had a military dad who just would scream like "Reveille" when he wanted you to wake up. It's a nightmare. But,
Yeah,
like,
it was
just-
not great.
Just screaming, sort of like a boom, 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 boom. Time to get up, like right.
Okay.
The ass crack of dawn. Like they may have had their rope moment that I just missed, but like a boom, boom, boom.
It's like 8
time to
a.m..
Get up.
So
Yep.
boom, boom, boom.
Two bowls of nasty.
Dax, you just walk in, Dax just like rubbing their temples.
Mm-hmm. This is put consume, and just like starts eating and looking at
You're
them.
gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw because you're eating like near spoiled eggs. So that's both of you. You're gonna have to do
That's
that.
a con save. Oh, okay, I'll do a con save.
Near spoiled is not all the way spoiled.
Spoiled eggs, even near spoiled eggs, taste like ass.
It's only mostly spoiled.
12. That's 12.
12?
You get a +1.
You
You get a +1. You're
you
within.
Coin. You bring it up a little bit in your mouth, but what are you gonna do? You swallow it back
Oh,
down.
this is even if it's an angry face and it's like, oh, this is like
Being a college
eating-
girl, this and just swallow it back down.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my
Oh.
god,
Like,
you guys rolled the exact same thing. I love it.
Yeah.
It's
no, like, eye
amazing.
contact- but she gets a +1.
Dax, did you
as
roll with
same as-
disadvantage?
They both.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but Dax,
Well-
you also like throw up in your mouth. What do you do with it? Give the old college girl try and swallow.
Bitters or quitters. Down the hatch.
All right, you both eat this disgusting breakfast.
Yeah, we're not happy about this, and I'm like, these are the first steps.
The entire room smells like cheese.
Oh, it's fucking awful. This is a horrible.
There's like some
experience.
little gurgling in the stomach a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
this
no.
Is, this is gonna produce the worst toots.
Pre-gaming is gonna be rough later for you
when,
too.
when Dax finishes. Dax, I like Quoin is looking at you, slurping it up, eating it, not happy. This is not like this is a joyful. This is a.
Okay. I also forgot to mention each of the beds are purple upholstered, and they're shaped like spiders. Forgot to mention that. Each room has a wardrobe. That's I think, and a bedside table, and a chandelier, and a purple carpet.
This is Dax's aesthetic minus the spiders.
All right. So while the two of you are eating your gross breakfast, what's everybody else doing to cap
I'll
off
take-
the
I'll take the
time
bowl when you're
before
done.
to cap off the time before you head to the keep?
Ven. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Ven gets up and like.
Okay, Ven, as you get up, do your
Oh, yeah?
stretch.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody sitting in the corner of your room just staring at you.
Who is it?
You blink and they're gone, but you can make a perception check to see if you recognize the figure.
Okay, that's interesting. Rolling perception. 6.
Not a clue. It's like groggy, half awake. Oh, maybe I'm dreaming.
Is it one of those things where it's like I look and it's like it could have been a shadow, it could
Or
have been
like-
like a
or-
cloak
or
on
like
the back of a chair.
Sleep paralysis demon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Are they within 5 feet of
No.
Tax's room? I'm
No.
trying to give him
No.
the
No.
the +1.
This is just a check, not a save. So yeah, no.
Yeah, it's saving throws.
Just yeah, you don't know what it was. Maybe just your mind playing tricks on you. But like literally just standing in the corner, just blank faced, like kind of like right where the door is. And then you wake up. So what are you doing?
I head down to the kitchen. When Quoin made the oatmeal, did he make like a pot of the oatmeal, or did he make just the 2 bowls?
I'll be honest. It was probably an eyeball. There's probably some leftover. It's not gonna be well taken. Like it's gonna be crusted in the bowl. Like I didn't leave it on the fire. The fire's off.
Also, it's crusted. It would have crusted over.
But it's gonna be that gloopy leftover.
Yeah. So gloopy oatmeal, and there's some off collection of eggs
that haven't been cracked in there. There's only the 2 that were cracked in.
There's
They
a
were
collection
fried
of
and
off
cracked in,
eggs,
but,
kind of like in like this
not
pantry,
right.
like in this like up shelf pantry. You can see like a collection of off eggs that are definitely off. And that's really all that's that's all that you can see for food in this house.
Okay. I'm just gonna take the pot of like leftover crusty oatmeal. I'm gonna just like
Not the worst.
pull out my wand, just like hold up.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, I hold up my pot. I just prestidigitation the pot clean.
Oh.
And then I'm just gonna make myself another pot of plain ass oatmeal.
Okay. Yeah,
Just happily.
there's no sugar, there's no spices. It's just
I was gonna say, real
plain
rookie
oatmeal.
move. You could have made it cinnamon sugar oatmeal. At least it would have been gloopy. Cinnamon sugar.
I mean, I can still do that now. I'm just making oatmeal. Yeah, I can flavor it however I
okay,
want.
That's fair.
All right.
Yeah,
So you're making.
then I'll just.
Okay.
The texture will actually be nice and not the nightmare.
Yeah, he's like, I want a fresh pot of oatmeal to change the flavor of.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good,
So Ven will
good,
make
very
him.
good.
Yeah, Ven makes himself. Actually, Ven makes himself. Oatmeal. Maybe is there like butter or anything?
No.
Okay. He's gonna make himself like he's gonna
Just
prestidigitation flavor.
non-perishables at this point, aside
Right.
from a couple eggs that have been left over.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just prestidigitation it. I'm used to just like plain ass food that I can make taste whatever I want. I'm gonna go with like a shrimp and grits flavor.
Okay.
Mm.
That'd make life so much easier if you could just be like,
Oh god.
boom, no, I don't have to do any extra work. This is just gonna taste
Yeah.
like this.
Yep.
I'm just gonna
Right?
make oatmeal and have it taste like filet mignon.
Yeah.
But
This tastes like ice cream.
But yeah, you can make some oatmeal. As you're making oatmeal, just making oatmeal. Anybody else doing anything before we get to Masquerade stuff?
I am down in the cellar, pulling out selections
Okay, so
for
the-
our
the-
pregame session.
The stone
later
door is
today.
still the stone door is still open, leading into the study where like the teleportation circle is, and
Mhm.
all of the books and everything else in there.
Cool. I'm just pulling whatever bottles
Okay.
look either the oldest or the fanciest.
Sure.
Probably about 3 or 4 that we
Okay.
can pop open
Cool.
and start drinking.
A coin after the aggressive breakfast. I would like to motion to the sword. Motion to the sword that is next. Like you probably didn't. Dax, I'll ask you. Did you sleep with the sword sheathed, like, and on your hip?
Druck probably would have moved it to the
Yeah,
side.
Druck
Yeah,
would
that's
have
fair.
moved it. I don't know what happened when I woke up.
But I would have probably thrown you the sword then, and it just said the same words, like these are the first steps, and like put the sword on you, and then like start slapping the sword and be like, let's go some steps. These are the
Quoin,
first steps.
I'm going to vomit on these steps today.
Right? Yep. These are the first
I
steps.
can clean it up, no problem.
Does Quoin hear that?
Yeah. You just don't see
Just-
where it came from.
Then just like,
Quoin,
And
did you hear that too?
I did.
Okay, it's not just me. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, well, draw your weapon.
Dax is just like, looks like shit, feels like shit.
Quoin also feels like absolute trash, but like is just like
Takes out
the days.
the long sword.
Do you draw it with your dominant hand, or do you draw it with your new, or is it with your new dominant hand or your offhand?
They draw it with their dominant hand because they're getting back used to that because that's the one that got cut off.
Quoin slaps it out of that hand. Or I can roll for that. If
Yeah, it's gonna be a contested. We'll say contested dexterity.
Great. I wanna roll for the contested dexterity to slap it out of that hand.
I'm not gonna look up the rules for disarming right now. So yeah, just contested dexterity.
9.
That's a 17.
And as that happens, the sword hits the floor. It just lifts up into the air by itself and goes back into Dax's hand. Please don't make a mess of the house.
It is time to learn new habits with a new hand.
Dax is just like puts it in the other hand, but they're just like looking around the room. Who is that?
That is the house, but that is not what you need to worry about. You need to
No,
worry
I'm
about
Kenneth.
You need to worry about. Never mind, Kenneth. Worry about the foe in front of you. This is every step. This is the new steps, and then like side slaps the sword in front of you to get you focused on the sword in front of you.
Hi, Kenneth. And Dax goes to like hits coins. Tries to
Disadvantage.
hit coin. 15.
Yeah, that does not hit my armor class. That is a parry, and then like, okay, and then like puts the sword away. Keep working.
Please don't scuff the wood and don't drop your sword again.
Yeah, the sword is put. Quoin puts the sword away.
I'm gonna go clean the kitchen now. And you just see the door to the room open and close.
Then it is a keep working. You're doing well. And then just moves, leaves out.
Okay.
Leaves out the water.
Ven, while you're
And
cooking,
then
while you're cooking
at the door.
Sorry.
These are the steps.
Okay.
Grabs both the bowls. and
Ven,
goes out.
Ven, while you're cooking, need a hand.
Ah, who said that?
Kenneth.
Who's Kenneth?
I help.
I look around.
Don't see anything. I help.
Mo.
Okay, Mo clambers up.
Does he get on my shoulder? Do I have to tell him to?
You have to tell him to.
Shoulder, please, Mo.
Gets on your shoulder.
Okay, I'm gonna switch eyes to Mo's and then look around the room with true sight.
Okay. Can you see these things, or are they just completely shapeless? Okay. You see a shape similar to that of a slender humanoid adult, but no like features or anything.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Kenneth.
Hi, Kenneth.
You would know this to be an unseen servant.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a talking unseen servant.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello. Are you you come with the house?
Yes, I'm bound to the house.
I see. Permanently.
Yes. Until the house burns down.
Specifically burns down.
Burns down. Destroyed. If there's no house left, I am no longer.
I see. Very nice to meet you, Kenneth.
I watched you sleep. No, that wasn't me.
That wasn't you.
No.
Do you know who it was? Was there someone watching me sleep?
Perhaps.
Only perhaps. Could you please tell me?
I did not see anybody come through the front door. Or the windows.
All right, that's even more concerning.
Shall I describe what they looked like to you?
Yes, there was a person.
Begins describing
Yes.
the person that they saw in the house, wandering the house at night. They were wandering the house at night. First they watched you sleep. Or no. They last watched you sleep.
Did they watch anybody else sleep?
They watched everybody but Dax.
What does this person look like?
Describes Rowan Buxton.
Well,
Can I be of assistance in this matter?
yes, please let me know if this person shows up again. Wake us up if this person shows up again.
Sounds good.
You weren't summoned by this person, were you?
No.
Okay.
I was
'Cause
bound to the house when it was built.
And you just weren't around yesterday?
I was around yesterday. I wanted to see who you all were.
I see. Well,
Lots of private conversations.
yes.
People fighting, people getting tied up.
Yes.
Then the tied up person's ropes breaking without their intervention.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to go...
You have a
eat
ball
my
today.
oatmeal. Yes, I'm going to go eat my oatmeal and copy more spells into my spell book.
And then you have a ball today.
Yes, we do.
Do you know how to get there?
We take a carriage.
It's across the street.
Oh, well, that's even simpler.
It's at the keep.
Perfect. Nice and simple, then.
Do you need anything?
I do not know. Thank you, Kenneth.
Do you need to send a message to anybody in the house?
Not at the moment, thank you.
Okay. And then the door opens and they leave. Is Kenna doing anything?
Nothing besides being a what's it called? An amateur sommelier.
Okay. It'll taste like wine. I don't have the notes for the flavors anymore.
It's
All
really
right.
just
Mine
like
just tastes
pulling
like-
random bottles, sniffing
was
it.
a
All
bunch
right,
of
this
plum
doesn't smell like
wine at
vinegar.
one
Puts it
point.
on the
Yeah,
table.
there's plum wine. There's like briny kelp wine. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I think I grabbed like one of each variety.
Okay.
Oh, there was also Monso's.
There's like the
best.
moon
There was
one,
Monso's
Monso's
finest
finest,
was
the
like
kelp
was
wine.
like cinnamon-esque. All right. Then I assume we're gonna get close to the
Hell yeah.
masquerade.
I apologize. Druck, upon immediately seeing the ropes, knowing they have a certain amount of time until the thing starts. Once the thing starts, he assumes that that's going to go on until the evening. He's going to try and take a trip back to that magic shop and see if there's
All
any type of shackle-based magic items that can like restrain.
Alright.
This is turning into a different kind of
So
dungeon. I
it's
see.
gonna take you 2 hours total to do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you get back to the magic shop, and he's just like, "Oh, hello. I don't recognize you."
Yes, I'm in a unique situation in which I need to restrain someone magically. Is
Oh.
there something that can help with that?
Yeah, they're called dimensional shackles.
I don't know what that means.
You put them on an incapacitated creature, so one that's sleeping, etc. They adjust to fit a creature of small to large sizes. In addition to serving as mundane manacles, the shackles prevent a creature bound by them from using any method of extra-dimensional movement, including teleportation or travel to a different plane of existence. And they don't prevent the creature from passing through an interdimensional portal. You and anyone else can designate when you use the shackles. Oh, you and anyone else who uses the shackles can designate. Oh yeah, hold on. You and anyone you choose to designate when you use the shackles can remove them. Once every 30 days, if they're still bound for 30 days straight, the creature can attempt to break free. Otherwise, they can't. If they do break free, the shackles are destroyed. But it's very hard to break these shackles.
That sounds pretty good. How much?
A lot. He lifts up these like gold shackles that are engraved and as I look. 20,000 gold.
I need 10 times what I currently have to pay for that.
Oh,
so
these are incredibly rare.
do you happen to have chains instead? It seems like rope in general just seems to not be working. So
I don't have any.
iron chains.
I don't have any magical chains. Just iron chains that I use for spell components.
Perhaps I need to go to a blacksmith. Thank you. I
You're
will
probably
look
not gonna.
around.
You're probably not gonna find magical chains from a blacksmith.
I'm not looking for magical chains, just chains that aren't
I-
rope.
I
Rope
have
is
chains. But
yes,
they're used for spell components, but I can still sell them.
would it be efficient to? How
Yeah.
thick are they?
He lifts up like chains that are like this thick. Like,
That's a thick
like,
chain.
like, yeah. 8 inches? I don't know. He's just like,
Yes, I will buy these 8-inch thick chains, and that sounds good. How much?
Oh shit. Hold on. There's an adventuring gear chain. It's 10 feet of chains. They weigh 10 pounds. They're 5 gold. They can be broken. They have 10 hit points. They can be burst with a successful DC 20 strength check. Here you go. Chains. 5 gold pieces.
Deal.
And he does it.
Alright, yeah, there's an actual like adventuring gear of it called chain 10 feet, so.
Nice. I'll just add them.
Alright. Good luck with whatever you need that chain for. I
Yes.
don't judge.
It's for a friend. Wait.
I definitely don't judge. Good luck with whatever you're doing tonight.
Do love the vibe of most of the.
Make sure you have a safe word.
There's a very strong like, hey man, no judgment. Do what you want. Just like really chill. There's a very chill vibe in this.
Before I leave, and I hate this. Do you have a lock?
Oof.
Like a padlock or something to hold the chains together.
Not really. I don't sell locks.
Alright, I must go to a locksmith.
Oh no, never mind. You can use these for. Yeah, I got a spare one lying around. It's 10 gold pieces for a lock.
Alright, I'll pay it.
Okay, DC 15 sleight of hand check can crack this puppy open.
Alright.
And that's an actual adventuring gear too. Lock, 10 gold pieces.
As long as they don't have anything to pick it with, it should be impossible. With their fingers. So.
Alright, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear you want to lock somebody up and make it impossible to break out. I'm just gonna.
I said it's for a friend. We're okay. We're good. Alright.
Just gonna write a note here.
He throws the gold at him, grabs the thing, and starts just power walking out.
Okay, do you take the stage? Do you take the coach again?
Yeah.
Okay, that's another copper piece.
All right, you got it.
So that's 2 hours total. I guess if that's everything out of the way for everybody, we're gonna fast forward a bit. 1, 2, 3, 5 hours. So then you can get 5 more hours worth of.
I thought you said it was 7 hours.
Yeah, but I'm counting from 10 o'clock, so 7 hours total. So
Oh, okay. Oh, I would have tried to get those extra 2 hours in if I could. But...
yeah, totally.
Okay.
But as you're all getting dressed in your manor, getting your new outfits put on, there's a knock on the front door, and you all hear a voice. Faust and the Furious, you have company at the front door. It is I, Kenneth, alerting you to company at the front door.
I would race anyone to greet.
I'm gonna race Quoin.
Okay,
to the front door.
both of you make contested acrobatics checks.
I love
No,
it.
athletics. Contested athletics because it's
Athletics?
running. Yeah. I will let Quoin use acrobatics if Quoin wants to because
I'll
flips and
try
stuff.
it.
Just you can do flips if you want to do flips.
Oofa doofa. Okay. Athletics
15.
is better, so 12.
12. Kenna gets to the door first.
Yes.
Ooh. Super, like...
I do
super,
like the older
right-
siblings step in front of Quoin and open the door.
Oh, you don't know how much you're singing my heart song as a pissed off youngest child, just being like,
Are you?
As the oldest sibling,
Oh yeah.
let's go.
Oh, yeah. Are you all
there's
wearing?
like, there's probably like an extra chapped elbow that hits me in the face, just like,
Are you all wearing your outfits?
of
Mhm.
course.
Okay.
And now
So
I've made
Kenna,
it sweaty.
you
I'm
swing
pissed.
I don't think I'm wearing my coat yet, but I'm
Okay.
wearing everything
You
else.
swing open the front door,
Oh.
and you see this.
Yeah, this is the voice of the Faust and the Furies. Can I help you?
You see an elderly-looking dwarf with thinning white hair. Knowing dwarves, an elderly dwarf would be in their like, oh God, 300s, I think.
Uh-huh.
I gotta double check just so to get some context. Yeah, on average they live about 350 years. He looks like he's probably about 5 years out of 350.
Okay.
Ooh.
So this is like end of life dwarf.
Yeah. I think my beard is only half styled, so I have like
Okay.
half a braid and
he's-
some beads.
He's got thinning white hair, a very crooked nose, and a slight hunch. His eyes are slightly cloudy, and he's wearing a blue velvet frock with a white vest underneath and a very large black bolo tie, almost like it's too big for him. You all must be the Faust and the Furious.
Why, yes, we are, good sir. How can we help you?
I am Handel Richter.
Hendel Richter?
I'm the king's great uncle.
As the youngest child, I do have to slap the back of Kenna's knees.
Go for it.
Yeah,
You totally do.
There's absolutely. I'll roll an attack.
No,
Roll.
you don't need to.
do it.
They're not paying attention.
It's absolutely like a. Oh, you're doing something important.
Yeah.
Lick the hand.
Okay.
Slap the back of one of
Okay.
the knees.
Oh!
Ooh,
The
like to
dwarf
crumble a
doesn't even
little
seem like
bit.
he notices because his eyes are so like cloudy.
Cataract.
He takes a bow, and you can see a grimace on his face, like the bow is causing him some discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to thank you for saving my nephew's life yesterday.
Oh, it really was no trouble
It
at
is.
all.
He's not even like doesn't let you finish. He just keeps talking like an old person does. It is unfortunate what our relative tried to do, but
Yeah.
today isn't about that. It's about you lot. He like kind of like wets his lips like an old person does. Just like he smiles and motions you all to follow him. The king has tasked me with escorting you to the ball.
All right. We're still getting ready, so can you give us like another 30 minutes?
No, it's 3 p.m. The ball is now. You should have been ready
I
by
could
now.
I could give you a glass of
Like
water. You
shoving
seem like
No, no, I'm kidding.
no. You're right. No, you're right. You filled the role perfectly.
It's 3 p.m. The feast begins now.
We were just about to have some snacks before we head out. You know, it's
You
not
can
to
have them
stuff
on the
ourselves,
way.
But would you lack anything, sir?
No, I'm tasked to get you there in 5 minutes.
I still pour that guy a walk me down, a little walk me down
Okay.
water. I start pouring everybody else because Quoin's been ready for at least
Oh,
2 hours.
Why
Like
why don't you-
angrily ready
You've
for
had
2
all day
hours.
to get ready. You were told it was 3 p.m. It's 3 p.m.
Angrily ready for 2 hours.
Druck all of a sudden appears next to Kenna with a pipe in hand and is just kind of giving them the eye.
Perfect middle child energy.
I'll go get the others. You guys keep him occupied, and Quoin, I'm gonna fucking get you for.
Oh fuck!
Freaking-
Yeah, it's Quoin.
I'm
Just like,
imagining there's like 2, like kobold-sized handprints on the back of my
We
leg.
have
oh,
to
absolutely.
go.
They're both the right hand, just like
They're waiting
slapped on
for
both the
you.
back of
It's
your
in your
legs.
honor. You can't be late.
And I'm like pouring a
Very
glass of
rude
water
to
for
be
you, wasn't it?
late when
Like,
it's
just-
in your honor.
Pouring other drinks, just giving other drinks, but just like taunting Kenna.
Hurry up.
I'm gonna try to like trip Quoin as he's carrying a glass over.
Hell yeah.
Can Ven walk over and right up between these two and just like flick them both on the earlobe?
Yes.
It's like
Please, Faust and the Furious, you have to leave. You don't want to put a bad first impression on the people of the city you've done so much good work for. Again, I'm Kenneth.
Thank you, Kenneth. Yes, we should be leaving now and being
Just a little bit
polite
like,
and behaving ourselves.
I'm just for the occasion.
fix the buttons on the long priest robes, which is like kind of like side eye.
I used to be a priest.
That sounds nice. We
But
should
then
talk about
I got
it. Well,
fired from my position. I
You could-
liked going to brothels all the time. I spent so much money.
oh, that is not. That does not seem to operate in the light of Bahamut.
I don't worship Bahamut. I
Yes, no,
worship
this is a
Jordan,
difference
and
in
I
our
would
religion.
go to the brothel and I would eat various snacks out of various crevices, and it was good.
Oh,
and
good heavens.
everyone had a good time. We were all consenting adults, and everyone had a one.
Yes, no, that is you. So you did.
Are you ready yet?
Yes, did you prefer jelly or syrup?
What?
Never mind. Just not enough.
It was mostly pastries.
Ah, yes, right. Okay.
And in my old age, the teeth didn't get in the way.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's good. Right. So yes, we are ready, and we are ready to go. Just side eyeing both Ven and Kenna, who I
Luckily,
realized I
it's
made
just
enemies
across
today.
the
I'm like,
street.
It's gonna do this to Quoin.
same, right back.
Okay.
Staring daggers right back. Because you elbowed me. You
Yeah, you
The jaw
freaking
swipe.
Charlie horsed me twice.
yeah, and you deserved it because you jaw swiped me at the door.
Well,
Jaw swiped me at the
while
door.
you're
You mushed my face.
while you're crossing the district, like literally across the street, he begins to tell a grandiose tale of how he was in line for the throne, but the throne went to his brother, the current king's father. Due to
Well, I guess we
Handel's,
have to kill him.
due to Handel's nearly 24/7 visits to the brothels in the Platinum District.
And this is Handel?
Yeah, the old guy. And
Ooh.
how the family was worried he wouldn't marry and have children due to his habits.
Was he the older? The elder?
Yeah. That's what he says. So he wasn't given a position because he went to the brothels all the time and didn't care about like anything else.
He was forced to abdicate?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh,
The
what
tail-
an himbo.
The tale then shifts on how he saved
Golden
everyone.
Ozai.
The tale then shifts on how he saved everyone in the brothel on numerous occasions from nefarious creatures he calls crotch nymphs,
Oh.
and how they live inside the private areas of people who frequent brothels.
Oh no. I
You
was,
all
like,
can
really...
easily ascertain with your passive insights that this latter story is fabricated and is just an old man telling tales and getting the chance to talk to people, and you get a sense he doesn't talk to new people much anymore.
Yeah, I was really on board for this dude, and then he made a hard turn.
You're all eventually led into this large, ornate ballroom inside the keep, made of gray shale filled with floating orbs of multicolored light. A large chandelier hangs from the ceiling and is made of solid black diamond and lit with nearly 200 black candles. The room is octagonal in its design, and the heraldry of the High King is plastered all over the walls in the form of banners, which you all would have seen before. It's like the griffin feathers with the red lightning on the octagonal stone. Hundreds of people have gathered, each dressed in very high-end, fancy attire, with some of the attendees wearing elaborate masquerade-style masks. On the northern end of the chamber, atop a small raised platform, is a small band playing a variety of complicated-looking instruments, while a collection of people take part in a rather complicated dance, complete with what looks like backflips. Dwarves adorned in black suits with white gloves roam the ballroom with silver trays lined with a variety of hors d'oeuvres, petit fours, which are small bite-sized pastries and cakes, and tall glasses of various alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. Towards the northern end of the room sits a pair of glass doors that open up to a massive balcony filled with a variety of potted plants and guests. Posted up at the numerous doors that lead into this room are high knights keeping watch over the proceedings. Hendel bows bows to you all, slips on a mask resembling an Arctic fox, and joins a group of 2 other elderly people sitting near a fountain of chocolate. And you notice they're all playing some sort of game you're not familiar with at their table. A silence falls over the room as you all enter. And as a series of grand doors leading to the ballroom open, and in steps the High King, adorned in this gold doublet with a long flowing golden cloak and his crown atop his head. He's with his wife, and he's escorted with numerous high knights. He is escorted to the stage where the band is playing, and he turns to the gathered crowd. Good evening, one and all. I would like to thank you for attending this feast and ball in honor of this wonderful group of heroes who not only saved my life, but brought light to a conspiracy going on at Highgate Prison, and in doing so, have done a lot for this country. He gestures behind him, and you can see, attempting to play one of the instruments and then getting caught doing so, the wild, bulging-eyed form of Dumas, the dwarven wizard you met last session. He waves his hands and conjures a series of animated, illusory images of each of you, doing incredible deeds, specifically recreations of the events during the attempted assassination of the king. So you see Ven, I believe, diving under the throne and turning into a bat.
No, I never actually ended up doing that because I just the
Right.
only thing I ended up doing was just putting the resilient sphere up.
So you see that.
You just see Drunk getting his ass kicked.
You see, well, they don't see that. You see what the king saw. So you see,
Oh, okay.
Druck running up the wall. You see, kind of turning into, I can't remember.
You also
Something.
you
An owl.
see Druck graciously giving the king the final blow.
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't see.
don't see-
You do see
You
that
don't
because
see
the king was
Quoin
up there.
doing anything. You don't really
They
see
don't
Quoin
show.
doing
They
it,
don't show that because they don't want to show murder in front of everybody.
But they show like the benevolence.
Yeah, they do.
Of
Um,
Druck.
The images then explode in a dazzling array of colored lights that form into the words, "Thank you, the Faust and the Furious," before exploding once more into colorful fireflies that dance about the room before fading away. In honor of their willingness and heroics to the city and to the country of Remnant, I'd like to welcome them all up here on stage, as I have some gifts for them, and emotions for you all to approach the stage.
Can I make a general insight check on the room just to make sure there's nothing suspicious going on?
Yeah, Druck is in the
Wild.
same boat.
Passive insight.
Wild
We're going
question.
passive insights on this because it's
16.
yeah. Nothing's off. I mean,
Okay.
it's I'm not doing anything gnarly at this.
Yeah, 20 for Druck, but I assume that you're
Nothing gnarly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you put my emotions for the 5 of you to approach the stage.
Yeah, Druck's up there.
Okay.
All of us, yeah, into it.
He gets to, he smiles as, "Thank you for coming. I'm so honored that you could make it here this evening." And they all-
Druck's strutting the moon themed gear.
No one seems to really recognize. No one. You look around, you see like no one's really, like, oh my god, what the fuck is that? It's just like, oh, it's the moon.
Yeah. He's still keeping an eye out, but thanks for the heads up.
Okay. He approaches Ven first and smiles. To one Ven Khihalis. If you're interested, I offer you free enrollment and studies at the Weavewright University, should you wish. We have been made aware of your association, and it is no consequence. As well as a wand used by my father before he took the throne. You should have more use for it than I. This is his wand of secrets, and he hands you it.
Ooh.
He also hands you a silver pin adorned in the symbols for each school of magic. This is the pin worn by the Weavewright University students, should you be so interested. This also gains you access to the teleportation circle there for free.
Ooh.
He then approaches Kenna. To one Kenna Peshan. I've been made aware, due to my contacts in the Corps, of your family's history making and selling concoctions. If you are so inclined, I would love to fund a branch of your family store here in Anvoverek to provide concoctions and potions for my people. The money made during these operations will be split amongst yourself and the people working the store there. Whenever you return to this city, you may collect your earnings from the store. I have brought some wonderful alchemists to the celebration for your approval, and you can choose which of them will oversee the establishment in your absence. And he gestures towards a collection of people in the crowd who nod towards you. You can't really tell what they look like, though, because of their outfits, but he gestures towards them. If you're interested.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't a popular shop by any means, but I mean, this is greatly appreciated.
Wonderful.
Sure, yeah.
Alright, turns to Dax. I heard your parents were falsely imprisoned inside Highgate Prison by Warden Menzova Mayet and one Voxil Osterbrand. I have no jurisdiction over this Osterbrand fellow, but I would like to rectify these horrible circumstances if I can. The first of which doesn't know your mom's toast or gone. The first of which, should your parents be interested, I am willing to offer them a manor house free of charge here in the city. The taxes and everything will be covered by the crown for as long as they live. I would also like to offer them 25,000 gold to sort out any affairs they may have. And he hands you some paperwork. These are all official documents. If you're interested, you only need to sign them and return them to me, and the process shall begin.
Thank you very much.
He approaches Quoin next. I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure how to honor you. You serve...
Quoin... Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Quoin starts reciting the protection prayer of Bahamut, which is... Bahamut, the North Wind, defend us in battle. Be our protection against Tiamat and all of her wickedness. May Bahamut protect us against all she may bring, and thrust her into a plane that is not of this imagining, and all of her spirits. Amen.
You serve Bahamut, as I can tell, who isn't a large figure of worship here in the capital, but you have shown great honor in your exploits, and from the tales I was told from Fenthrin Silverhand of the Core, you have shown great honor in your exploits, and from the tales I was told from Fenthrin Silverhand of the Core. If you are curious, I would very much like to give you a message, or rather, a request from another. The Geraldin family and I have a history. I was childhood friends with Asilia Geraldin, the Queen, and I was completely heartbroken with her passing. As you're most likely aware, her family are devout worshippers of Bahamut, the deity you also serve. I have told Fenthrin Silverhand of your exploits here as well. You know, stopping my assassination, that sort of thing. And he has offered a request. Whenever you return to Anuntial City, should you choose to accept, he would like to induct you into the Platinum Order and offer you knighthood. A select few knights who worship the Platinum Dragon and uphold its tenets when serving the crown. Uphold the Platinum Dragon's tenets when serving the crown. If you're interested. You just need to go to the capital and speak to Fenthrin.
It's just too much. I'm sorry. This is it's a whole thing,
I try to keep Quoin vertical.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Like a half vomit, like half.
Okay.
Oh, did someone just say you get $100 million? Sure. Okay. Just like weak knees. Like, oh, okay.
Well, if you decide you would like that honor, you just simply need to visit the capital and the core. It is your choice. I can see you're dealing with this, so I will move on. And he turns to Druck, last but not least. You're a very tricky one to read and figure out. I was told you tend to aim for using range to your advantage when you're thrust into combat. So, I've decided to offer you a crossbow used by my very own High Knights. One of the figures behind him produces a chest, and he opens the chest towards you, and you see an ivory inlaid crossbow with metal components crafted from solid adamantine. But you also notice there's no firing mechanism. The bits inlaid with ivory seem to have a faint red glow to them in a lightning pattern. This weapon is called a Crimson Arc crossbow. It doesn't require ammunition, and with the pull of the trigger, fires a bolt of red lightning towards your intended target. The design is still being worked on, and this is one of the prototypes, so there's a chance it can fire twice with one shot. But I hope it serves you well. And he closes the chest and hands it to you.
Yes.
And nods deeply without saying any other words.
Okay. He turns back towards the crowd. Let the celebration begin. And that is where we're going to end the session for the week.
Woo!
I was gonna say I put a
Good shit.
I was gonna say I put a kick me sign on Quoin's back as we walked in, but I feel like that ruins the moment now.
Ven would have seen it and taken it off immediately.
But
There's a real sibling rivalry brewing between Kenna and Quoin that I'm very here for. There's a real like elbow in the face / like, what are you doing? Like arm in the ribs while we're both in the back of the car seat belted in.
We're really
Like-
getting to the sibling dynamic of 1 second we're beating each other up, and the second we're like talking about our feelings.
No, if someone else were to like try and dunk on you, I'd slap
Oh,
their
yeah.
face and I would do mean things to them. But while you and I are in the back of the Suburban, we're going to kick at each other
Suburban, yeah.
because we are
Yeah.
foot to foot in the back of the Suburban.
but
Yeah, we're gonna kick each other. But if someone tries to
Quoin's
make
like sitting in the
heroes-
middle seat, and I'm on one of the side seats, and I'm like, move over.
No, I need room for my legs.
thanks for watching, everybody.
I've
We'll be back here. Because I've been trying to end it. We'll be back here next week to do a masquerade ball with a feast. So that's gonna be fun with dancing. If anybody wants to dance, maybe people will play the game the elderly people are playing. Who knows? So and maybe people will think more on the gifts they were given.
Can we introduce Oyster Bowl to this crew?
Probably. We'll